Hello.
I love the music in the intro.
Recording
thanks,
in
man.
progress.
Thanks. Oh, there we go. Got it. Thanks. Hey, welcome everyone. I don't have my other brain cell Sarah with me tonight to remind me of things, but welcome to episode 8 of Runequest. 6 seasons in Sartar. Should be a light, fun episode, which I've entitled "A Time to Kill." Hope y'all
I was
have
watching
had.
Vikings yesterday with Jess, and Athelstan was doing his thing in the first season. I was like, Christian stole this directly from Vikings. I could see him watching it and being like, these are great titles, and like writing them down.
So like A Time to Kill, A Time to Be
For
Born.
there's a season for everything, A Time to Be Born,
That's just
A Time
that's
to
just
Die.
a famous Bible thing, and I
I
just
know
grabbed
it
the
is,
time.
but I know you watched it recently too.
I did. It's true. I did not steal that from Athelstan, but I love that. I stan Athelstan, as you know. Athelstan is my favorite.
Athelstan is a bro.
He's a great dude.
He is a badass.
He's a true bro.
He really is. And you know what? He's a bro in a broless world, and like good for him.
He is a bro in a broless world. That is the best
bro
way
in
to
a
describe it.
broless world.
He really is. So I do have 2 announcements, just stuff to talk about and say thank you for. Number one, this morning, we dropped our 100th podcast, which is just a podcast of us talking about the previous 99 podcasts. But 100 of them,
Getting
so that's pretty
meta.
cool. Yeah, we're there,
Thanks
man.
for the invite.
You were out somewhere, man. Hey, Gerbo, glad you're here. So 100 podcasts.
You're not wrong,
crazy.
but bold assumption.
Crazy to think that we did 100. And the other one, which is even bigger, is the last time we streamed, I talked about how cool it was that we passed 5,000 downloads. We just passed 6,000 downloads. So, hell yeah, that's entirely on all y'all out there in internet land. So, thank you very much for that. It means a lot to us. People reach out, people comment, people are cool. We haven't had any haters yet. Kind of hoping we get one soon, but we haven't had one yet.
We've had pseudo trolls here and there once in a blue moon.
Not haters, though. Not haters.
No. The one guy made fun of how Rainey said his name. So that was a long time ago though. But whatever.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Yeah, he's like, it's not pronounced Rainey.
Rainey's like, I'm
Rennie.
sorry.
His own name, correcting him on the pronunciation of his own name.
Yeah.
I just want you to know, bro, your name's not pronounced correctly. Okay, thanks.
You're saying your name wrong.
So that being said, we do not have Sarah with us tonight. Sarah is away on vacation. We wish her well in the land of flat bacon and what the hell just happened?
Universal healthcare.
And Universal
Flat bacon
Healthcare.
and Universal Healthcare.
Did we
It's a
lose
magical
Jess?
realm.
We lost Jess because all the cameras just screwed up.
Yep, everything just shifted.
Everyone thank Jess. Thanks, Jess.
Thanks, Jess. I can redo this. This is not a big deal. I can change
Joe Pesci
this.
strikes again.
I'll do this.
Captain
Does
Joe
anyone
Pesci.
want to do a recap while I fix what Jess messed up?
Make it good because I was in and out periodically watching last session. So
Back. A lot of things have happened in my life since then.
I know Sarah fought that weird fucking thing.
Yes, I remember most of the end of the last episode. What we did before that is what Trent will tell
that's
you.
all that matters.
I remember that I woke up with my wolf sister in the beginning, and we had an awkward conversation, as most of my conversations are.
That is true.
But then I sort of just started showing her around the town and stuff. Gonna learn from this wolf how to be a better wolf, and this wolf is gonna learn from me how to be more, I guess, a people on 4 Lives. I don't know.
People.
And there were some individual scenes that occurred. Descara met a cat who's gonna be just following him around whenever he feels like it, as cats do. It's not Descara's cat. Descara is one of the cat's peoples. This is how cats do.
This is how Alexes do.
It's the cat that
Alex
figured, like,
choose you. That's
gonna
right.
hang out with this guy. This guy's cool. This guy helped him save his kittens, or her save her kittens. And Bryn had a conversation with it was Venarin's aunt.
Yes.
Nope. Yes. It was Venarin's aunt. And they talked a little bit about her parents, which her grandma does not often talk about. So
you know what? I'm
like
sorry. No,
it was love letter.
It was Havar the Smith that she talked to, because she's getting some armor. She's getting some armor for Ort. And then she also found an old love letter from her mom to her dad, which she had the Yodi Whiteheart, the sage, translate for her. Which was fun because I got to make it up live.
About her parents, so she had to hear a little bit about them and understand a little more about them in a fuller aspect than she had before in the hush-hush in her current family about them. What the fuck did Kymreese do last episode?
Kymreese wasn't around, so
Kymreese was doing Kymreese things.
Kymreese was
doing Kymreese things.
Kymreese was off.
That's right. That's why I can't remember Kymreese.
Yeah.
I imagine he was like in a hole or talking to a tree or something.
He found some mushrooms.
Those are safe bets.
He did find some mushrooms,
he was doing
and he just disappeared for a while.
Shaman Woods shit.
And then
at the end, our very pregnant Senair, a very pregnant Senair, went into labor, and Arisa was woken up by her family as the medical professionals of the village were called with Morganeth.
People with heroin.
Yeah, the medical professional and team fertility goddess responded to the delivery. Responded to the delivery. And it was a very, very difficult labor. Senair was in a lot of distress. She lost a lot of blood. People were very worried, and it seemed real touch and go for a while. And then Arisa, Senair passed out, and then as we find out, Arisa passed out and went somewhere else. And in this spirit realm, Arisa followed Senair as she was pulled toward this diseased spirit that was waiting for her at a crossroads. And the diseased spirit tried to take Senair, and Arisa was like, bitch, no. And was a total badass. And defeated the disease spirit by healing her and kind of curing her of her ails after a difficult metaphysical struggle there. She took Senair back with her to our waking realm, and it appears that Senair and her child will make full recoveries, and in theory, will be very healthy. During all this time, the boys were getting drunk in Erinina's house.
That's right.
And Rue tried to flip her bed, but was too skinny to do so.
No, too drunk. I was too drunk to do so. Damn it, Discar, not you too.
So yeah, that's exactly what happened. So Arisa is laid up because she went to the crossroads between life and death. Basically, was what that was. And so she is
been there. That place sucks.
Healthy. So now she is relaxing and getting better.
She's drinking some soup. She's drinking some
soup. She's taking some naps, maybe eating some nuts and berries, things like
naps.
That. Yeah,
I know, the life.
Actual
when can
self-care.
I get sick?
Okay. This is why we role play, by the way, guys. We're like, yo, soup and naps, fuck yeah.
Can I have that?
Like, that's the least believable thing in this high fantasy.
Troy and I call.
Might have been around.
My brother and I call suffering like a major injury and being like hospitalized or getting like very ill with like COVID or something American vacation. What we call that. Good times.
I like it. Good times.
She's on an American vacation.
We still respect the doctor's orders, not because they're, medical professionals or because they help people, but because they are typically in the upper echelon and make lots of money. That's why America listens to doctors. So.
And you get to go bankrupt for listening to them sometimes in America. Actually, not sometimes. It's the most common form of bankruptcy. Yay, America. Okay. Welcome to Runequest, DMs After Dark, where we discuss real-world politics. So
we're going to escape reality to go to a better place now.
Yeah, let's go to a much better.
Yeah, with naps and soup.
Much better Bronze Age world. So the only other important thing to note is that the boy was born on a very, very important day, which is the high holy day of Orlanth Rex, which is the king aspect of Orlanth. Orlanth as king, not as adventurer or guy who creates storms and rainstorms.
Guy who fucks shit up and then unfucks them in a continual cycle.
Or a guy who makes mistakes and then corrects them.
Yay.
It's a cosmic mistake maker. Which is more than a lot of gods can say, let's be honest.
It's true.
So that was a big deal. So the Vale is very happy for a couple of reasons. One, that's kind of an auspicious birth. And two, it's been a time. You lost 2 kids, almost lost a third. And so this is a happy occasion. People are really happy. But tradition is that the belief system is that when you die, your soul lingers around for 7 days before it fully leaves your body and goes to the other world. Same thing when you're born. It takes 7 days for the soul to fully get in there and start wandering around. So nice face, Amber.
I'm like, motherfucker, what are you planning?
So it's very traditional for families, the family of the newborn. They just kind of huddle up for a week. And nobody sees them.
Touch anything.
Yep, just don't do anything. So during that week, we're going to pick up. We'll have a couple little things here. So one is you and Des, Rue and Des, just feeling awful one morning.
How's the new father?
Desderev, yep.
Yeah, Desderev.
Erenina just got him off and back to meet his kid right away, even though he was like green. So he's not there.
We have to escape while she's gone. She kills us.
So I don't know. Yeah, we'll just say you stayed overnight, Death. That's fine because you're just like, you did stay in Erenina's house, but she kicked you out. But you're feeling so awful, you just go like 15 feet to Rue's house, yep. Rue's little place, and you're like chilling in there. And meanwhile, Quicksilver is just like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" You know how like animals are annoying if you're hungover. That's what she's doing to you. But Rue, you get a knock on the door.
I wonder who that could be. No matter who it is, I don't want it.
And
I look at this guard. I'm like,
Quicksilver's like, there's someone here. There's someone here. There's someone here, brother. There's someone here. Oh my God. There's someone here. Oh, but tell more. There's someone here. Who is it? Oh, someone's outside. Okay. Okay.
I'll answer the door.
It's Liv, your mom.
Oh no. Hey, Mom.
And she's just like, I heard you had a rough night.
Want a sandwich?
No, it was great. The baby's doing great. Desderev's so excited.
What is this? And Quicksilver's just like, how like kind of like behind you, but like looking up like the way a dog does. Yeah. Or a wolf. This is actually, it's like looking around because it kind of comes to chest levels. It's kind of like looking around you. Yeah.
Also, because this is drinking the same water.
Chest level? Chest level?
This is it's a dire wolf. They're big. It's a big ass wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. Huge like us. Part of Team Huge.
It's a big derpy wolf.
This is Quicksilver. Quicksilver, this is my mom.
And Quicksilver's just like smells her hand and is like, she smells nice, brother. But your mom
is nice.
Doesn't have to get too far down on the wolf's level, but she's just like starts crying.
Oh no!
And she's like, Quicksilver, I knew a Moonsilver once. It looks just like her.
I'll reach out and just kind of put my hand on Quicksilver's like shoulders.
Quicksilver just looks at you and as that was my mom. Says to you because
I know. Yeah, this is her pup, all grown up.
Oh. She pets her, like kind of like plays with her ear, and Quicksilver does that like thing where you just kind of like dog like puts its like snout on you, like like I like you, you're cool, and they have a good human wolf hug.
Oh my God, my mom likes my new sister.
Oh, Nightclaw, by the way, was not around for any of this death. She just was like, you're drunk, fuck you. And she, it's a he. Nightclaw's a he. But he's just like, fuck you, idiots. And just like was off doing cat stuff.
Yeah.
Cat's just like, lame, leaves.
Yep. Lame, losers. So you spend some time recovering from your night with Desderev.
I'll invite my mom in and make her a sandwich.
She bought stuff for you guys. She's like, thank you, C-Stock. I knew 13 months. Dude, thank you so much. C-Stock's over a year, guys.
Yeah, what
with
up?
us. Yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Woo!
So she's like, I knew you would. I knew you would feel this way. Come on, let me make you something. And she just comes in and she's got some stuff that's going to help a little bit, maybe. Meanwhile, Kymrese, what are you up to?
Fuck, dude. A good question.
Eating chia seeds, just
it
raw.
depends. What have I been up to the last week while everyone was gone? Am I privy to this information?
So it hasn't been a week because Rue literally came back from his wolfingness, his wolf out, and then Senir had the baby the next day. So it's really only been a day since you've been back.
Kymrese is in the woods foraging mushrooms.
Yeah, it is freeze day of illusion week of fire season, which is towards the end of summer.
All of those things I don't like.
Yeah, but it's like think of it as like a Sunday. God Day is actually no, it's a Monday. That's even worse. Freeze Day of Illusion Week.
We're hungover on a Monday.
Hungover on
started off with
to really work though, so you're good. Like, does anyone really work? Think of the heaven that this is. Nobody works. You have health care. I mean, sure, like fucking lunars come around.
I'm sure most people like toil in the
Everybody
fields
works.
day after day.
Whatever,
Yeah.
but you toy. No,
That's
if you
when I
look at
have the hack.
Dark
We're like
Ages,
the IT of the world. We're
If
like,
you
we're
look at the
hunters. We
Dark
go out
Age-
and we.
yeah, we're gonna go hunt in the woods. No, but if you look at the Dark Ages, right? People work like there was like 150 like religious holidays a year. That's like half the year you were just chilling. Anyway. Especially in the summertime, because once you plant stuff and it's growing, you just sit there and watch it grow. It's not like you have to do anything until you harvest it, right?
It's pull a weed, throw a rock at a bird, full day.
Watch the sheep, call it a day. So, all right, you're foraging for some mushrooms, Kymrese.
Pick up the pieces of the sheep.
Yeah.
If you want to, you can make a skill roll just to see how you would do. It would be a plant lore skill roll, I would say, if you want to do that.
This is when you want to bit hard
let's
and
do
bring
that.
back some mushrooms that'll fuck us up.
No, that's what I'm looking for.
Like portobellas, these are useless.
What the
Chicken
fuck?
of
I
the
don't eat
woods. Fuck
food.
this. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Plant. You said plant lore.
Plant lore. Yep.
Okay. Go. I got a 93. I am not that good with plants.
Good thing is it's not a fumble, because I would have been like, oh, this is perfectly edible. So you're just failing. You're not finding anything good. But you're wandering around.
Finding rocks instead.
Yeah, you're
which
just
is
like I
fine.
said, you're wandering around, and much like you do to people, Savan just like steps out from behind a tree.
Oh damn! I love this guy.
Yeah. And he's
I'm startled a little bit.
He has Savan has very wild gray hair, kind of like steel gray, and same thing with the beard, very intense eyes. But his eyes are like a blue, and he just like really long arms, and he always just kind of like stands here with like long bony fingers. And he's just like, there you are.
He's like way bigger than me, right?
He's tallish. He's like 6'1".
Yes,
I don't know what that translates. We have
Way
like
bigger
European viewers and listeners, and like I hate to say I don't know what that translates into in meters, but I'm sure they know what it translates to because they have a much better education system. So I think it's like just under
Almost
2 meters.
2
It's like
meters,
it's like 1.8 meters or something like that. I think.
Do it in centimeters, Christian.
Yeah, that'd be like 1800, I think, right? It's like 100
180.
1.8 billion. We're fucking stupid.
I was actually just looking at this today. So like 6'1" would be 86 centimeters. 186 centimeters.
86. I'm like
186.
Bryn is 86 centimeters.
Anyway, he's like, there you are. Find anything?
I'm afraid not what I was looking for.
Sometimes when we're not looking, we find other things.
That's usually how I find most things. I kind of look at him and I say, I follow him. Anytime Saban tells me to do anything, I just kind of do it. But also, I asked him, Saban, are you not taking on any additional mentees or assistant shamans?
No. It's not so much that
Am I the only one?
It's not so much that I choose people as they are chosen for that path.
Is it bad that I'm the only one that was chosen?
No.
Kind of a lot of pressure.
It's funny you should ask that, actually.
I kind of laugh because he said it's funny. I'm like,
well, I think I've observed you, and I think you're doing well, and I think you show a lot of promise, and I think it's time you meet someone. And as you're walking, you're like, he's leaving you out. He's leading you up the side of. He's leading you up into the mountains, basically.
Cool.
And you're looking, and you're like, oh, you're going. You're going up over the hill, which as you climb higher and higher, way up, like 600 meters over the riddle. There's a cliff that looks down on it, and on that cliffside back there is the Royal's Grove, which is where the Royal hangs out, which is the spirit or the whiter of your entire clan. It lives in
the stag.
The stag, yep.
Oh shit! Okay.
So
is the Royal like a general term, or is that an individual term to our?
The Royal is a actual stag who carries the spirit of the white stag, or the black stag. I'm sorry, carries the spirit of the black stag within him, and is the spirit of the clan.
Gotcha.
I ask him if I need to bring anything. I say, isn't it rude to not have anything for introductions, or should we get some ash?
He stops and he looks at you and he smiles at that and he goes, I think what you carry with you should be more than sufficient.
I just kind of, not really understanding what he's getting at, just kind of concede shrug.
You climb up, and it eventually gets steep, but there's a path. Eventually you can see there's a path that kind of leads up there. And when you get to the top, you get to there's a clearing. And in the middle of the clearing, there's this tremendous actually it's an ash tree. Tremendous ash tree. And hanging from the ash tree are all sorts of like old bones and things like that. And it's surrounded by you see it, the grass is a little tall, but you notice them as you walk through. They're very small standing stones. They're not like Stonehenge ones, but they're only like yay big. But they're marked with different runes. You see like a beast rune and an air rune and a motion rune. And hanging from the ash tree is this huge deer skull, like 14-point rack deer skull is just hanging there, and there's some like moss and stuff hanging off of it. And for a fact, because you've never been here before, because they pretty much discourage people who aren't shamans from coming here, because the animals might not be happy if you're here, because this is a sacred place for the animals of the Vale as well, not just you guys.
Interesting. Okay.
And I take it back. The spirit lives in the tree. The Royal is his living incarnation. Manifestation. Yep. You're correct. Right.
Okay.
But because you've heard that the skull that's hanging there is the skull of the previous Royal. When this one dies, it'll be reincarnated to a new one, and then they'll put this one's skull up there.
I kind of take everything in for a sec, and I'm in awe of this huge ash tree, and I'm seeing all the runes and everything like that. And I kind of look at Saban, and I chuckle a little bit, and I'm like, well, I'm happy we didn't bring any ash. And then I realize that I'm an idiot and stop laughing.
And he just kind of stares at you, and you stop laughing. There's an uncomfortable silence because he just stares at you and doesn't say anything or make a facial expression. And it's cooler up here because you're higher up, and the wind is blowing through the grass. And eventually you hear behind you.
I slowly turn around, hoping if something is going to kill me, it does it quickly.
A massive ghost deer is staring at you.
Ooh. I quickly
again like six. I don't hunt, so I don't know how much is a rack. It's like 18-point rack, right?
It's
we
like
don't even
huge.
keep those in
It's
Iowa.
huge deer. I
don't
also
even
feel
keep
strange
18
saying
points
rack.
in Iowa.
So, but he's got lots of horns going on. Okay,
Lots of points.
all the
Huge
points and
rack.
stuff that like people get excited about. He has. All right, he's a horny
Perfect.
deer, if you will.
30 to 50 feral points.
I immediately I see this huge spirit ghost stag, and I just quickly bow on my knees and just lower my head in reverence of this spirit.
It speaks to you. He says, and this is real. It's not a spirit. It is an actual deer standing there.
Oh shit!
He talks and casts spells and shit, and has a seat on the town council.
He is, technically he's an honorary member of the town council.
He doesn't come, but he has a seat.
Yep. So he says, "You're welcome, my child. I have heard of you."
I kind of swallow hard, and I open up my eyes, and I look up at him a little bit, lift up my head. And I kind of look to Saban really quick, not sure what to do next.
Saban's just watching you, and the ghost, the royal says, "You may rise."
I stand up quickly and brush the dirt off of my knees.
He says, "Such reverence is not necessary. I am not a god."
I tell him, I say, well, neither are the trees or the river or the animals of the forest, but they deserve our reverence as well.
Turns his head and switches, one ear switches this way, the other ear switches that way, and he goes,
"Oh, I look in that direction. My ears do the same thing."
No, he didn't look away. He kind of cocks his head at you, but one ear twitches. You know how deer's ears will turn to listen to different things? His ears do that. And he goes, "Well said. You think of something. I'm going to give you this one for free. You remember that someone told you to say hello to him." I'm going to see if Troy remembers this. If you don't.
Was it the wolf people we went to visit? Or no?
Uresta, who is the spirit of the waterfall at...
the water spirit.
Yep.
Yeah. Perfect.
At Gothrang's Well.
I'm going to... I remember that. And honestly, Kymrese remembers little subtleties like that. So, and he forgets the big stuff. So I would be what was the water spirit's name again? Sorry.
Uresta.
I say, Uresta wanted me to send her regards. She says hello.
I have not seen her in many years.
I saw her a couple days ago, but just that once.
But yeah,
a couple weeks ago, but just the one time.
Perhaps a visit is in order.
Right now?
No, for me, not for you. Although I cannot stop you from going and seeing her if you wish.
I look at him and I say, this place is, it's beautiful. Why don't more people come here?
Some do, some don't. Some are afraid.
What is there to be afraid of?
So you know that at least once a season, there's a holy day here where all the animals actually come and worship and dance. And there are stories told to you guys, as kids, to not try to go there because people who do to try to see it don't come back. And there's that story of Harrack tried to go and see the thing, and then we found his shoe, but we never found anything of him, that sort of story.
Okay.
So this isn't just a sacred place for you guys.
Okay.
They have a little enchanted forest animal tea party.
They dance around.
I say
chipmunks and badgers and stuff.
They
Just
frolic.
They frolic.
I say Saban wanted me to meet you.
Indeed, he always wants me to meet his apprentices. I welcome you. I welcome you to return and ask questions and learn about the spirits.
I have many questions.
You may come and ask them as you wish. But for today, I believe Saban has something he needs to show you. It is good to meet you, Kyrese. I feel we'll be seeing each other a lot more in the future.
I kind of I don't really know how to, like, I can't shake this guy's hand, right? And I feel like putting my hand on his nose might be like, I don't know, you do that probably to like a pet that is lower than you. So I guess I just try to move my head close to his head.
All right, he kind of just nods. Yeah, he just kind of nods at you. Yeah, he nods to you.
Okay.
I'll give you a spirit lore roll if you want to.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's see how you do.
Just picture Kyrese just bumble fucking his way through.
Just like,
yeah, like manners and shit. Like he's a very polite person.
What do I do?
Like, yeah, being appropriate's not his forte to begin with. So, what role did you say I could use? Sorry. Spirit lore.
Yep.
I actually got 40 in that. Can I
augment?
Can I augment that with loyalty to the Harraborn tribe? This is after all our
I would say that you could, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna roll to augment. Which I got. So we got a 32 out of 60. And then
so that is so you add 20 to your roll. Yep.
Okay.
And you can also check your loyalty because that'll come out. That'll possibly increase.
Okay. And then I'm going to okay, and then I'm gonna roll for spirit lore. I gotta get under a 60. So fuck, I did not get under a 60. Which is fine, because I'm awkward, so it's
not gonna be like a catastrophic failure. You just kind of like you're awkward about it. He knows that you like trying to respect him, so he's like, okay, whatever. Just so he just kind of like nods back at you. But like when you go ahead.
No, maybe. So what I was thinking is, again, right? Like I can't shake his hand. That's what I would do with a normal person. I feel like I've seen Jess maybe put her hand on Ort's like head, right? So like, I don't know. I feel like that's reverence towards like an animal, but this is like more than an animal. So I try to put my head on his head, and I only do that because I see him nod his head, and I'm like, that's what he wants, and then I do that.
So you go in for like the head. You go in for like the head boop, the forehead boop, and he's like, he actually like steps back. It's like awkward, and he just kind of like nods to you, and he goes, "It is good to meet you, Kyrese. I will leave you with your teacher." And he kind of like turns and goes into the woods.
I'm gonna jump off the cliff. I'll be right back.
So so Saban's kind of like he's kind of like smirking at you, and he's like, "Well done."
Was so difficult.
Don't worry, you'll get better. Come with me. I need to show you something else.
Very well.
He leads you like because there's a big there's a kind of like a big like cliff that goes out and is looks right down at the riddle and the whole vale, but it is a sheer cliff, so the tree is not like right on the edge of the cliff. It's kind of set back, and there's a big area where there's around it where the animals can frolic and dance and have their tea party. But you see, he takes you right to the edge of the cliff, and you look down and you can see the whole vale, but you also see there's like this really like sketchy as hell looking like hacked into the side of the cliff like steps going down a little bit.
Okay.
And he's like, "Come on." And he just starts walking down like he's done this many, many times before. But there's no handrails or anything. This is not OSHA approved.
Well, lucky for me, I'm not 7'8" and 700 pounds, so probably be all right. Discara.
So you follow him. I don't know. I don't think you're afraid of heights or whatever. So you get down, and it goes down a little bit, and there's like a small shelf, right? Kind of like tucked under the cliff, but not quite. It's a little bit sheltered, but not like it's still exposed, right? And on this shelf there are poles. There's like 4 poles, and on the on top of each pole, there's like a deer skull, a human skull, a deer skull, a human skull, and there are runes carved into the foreheads of them, and just the little stuff like hanging off of them, like leather thongs with beads and stuff like that. But there's enough space there for a couple people, but you and him could like sit comfortably here. So he kind of sits cross-legged, and he like pats next to him. And the wind it's up. You're higher. It's still warm. It's middle. It's like in our world, it would be like late July, early August, basically. So it's hot down in the vale. It's cooler up here with the wind blowing, but it's not terribly cold. So you sit down, and he goes, "When the shaman passes, they are taken here and buried to the air."
Are all of them buried to the air?
Yes. Once their bones are stripped of flesh, their skulls join here. These are enchanted to protect us. But it's also a place where we may cast our souls loose to the winds and meditate in the spirit world, which is something you're going to have to begin to learn.
I very much look forward to it.
What I want you to do, what we will do now, is close your eyes, empty your mind, and allow the winds to take you wherever they will. And I want you to roll a meditate skill roll if you have it.
I think I do have meditate. I do. I have a 30 in meditate. I don't think I'm going to try to augment this one. 20.
So it's a success. So you close your eyes, and you try to empty your mind. And obviously there are things on your mind and thoughts like kind of slip in and out, but you listen to Saban, who seems to just be like out. And he just begins like breathing in a very like rhythmic manner, and there's almost like a hum to his breathing. And you listen to the wind that is blowing, and because of the way the pocket is, it almost like moans a little bit, where it like blows through here and it blows on you guys. So there's like a droning to it, and it's very easy to kind of like empty your mind as you listen to this stuff. And so you clear your mind, and you feel yourself kind of drift away a little bit. You don't lose touch with reality. You know you're still sitting on a stone. You know where you are, but you feel your mind go off, and you feel it clear, and you feel the winds. Very specifically, you feel the winds. And you know the winds, there are many, many winds. Winds from the north, winds from the south, winds from the west, winds from the east. And you know somehow that you could learn to talk to all those winds and command them if you wished. That each wind has a spirit, each wind would grant you a power. And if you were willing to, when you learned, you could command them.
Right now I just kind of listen to them, and I think Kymreese is trying to pick out maybe one distinguishing characteristic about the sound or the voice or the timbre or the frequency. He's trying to be able to discern which wind is which for future reference. It's almost like he like if he meets somebody for the first time or something, he would pick up on a very simple subtlety that person has, and then he would associate with that person. Versus other people would be like, oh, that's Discara. He's 6'8" and this. I'd be like, oh, he's Discara. Like his footfalls are much softer than they should be, or something like that, right? Even though that's not the case because Discara sucks at sneaking. But whatever.
So you begin to try, but you mainly the realization you come to today is that those winds exist, that they all have a separate personality, and that you can begin eventually to form a relationship with them.
Okay.
But today, that's what you get. In the meantime,
love it. I sit on that rock for a long time.
What are you doing, Jess? I should say Bryn, I'm sorry.
Oh, So I just woke up and found out that a baby was born.
Yep.
Um,
You missed all of that.
yeah, I was asleep, nice and comfy and asleep. I'm so the family's probably held up, but probably just go into town and just try and hear more and check and see what's up.
What you hear, the gossip that you get, is that actually you see Lonson like training with her spear, like just hitting like a wooden dummy, like when she's got her shield and spear and she's practicing like different attacks.
Ooh, I'm gonna quietly watch her for a little bit.
She clocks you right away.
Damn
it. and she's like, "Oh, you hear the news?"
Yes, yeah, I heard the baby was born last night.
Yeah.
I heard there might have been a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. It was it was hard birth.
Is I forgot her name. Was it
Center.
Yeah. Center.
Yes.
Is Center okay?
Yeah. Arissa did something and saved her.
Oh, Arissa was there. Oh, okay.
So there'll be a feast in a week.
Bryn's just kind of nervous, I guess. Just kind of nervous. Yeah.
It's only been like a couple of days since you talked about the armor, so obviously it wouldn't be ready yet. Just to catch up on that. Anything else you want to do?
I don't know. I don't think so. Bryn, actually, since she's here and she's kind of nervous, maybe she'll talk to Lonson about what they can do to protect this one better.
Bebe?
Yeah. It's a brand new baby born into our community, and we failed the other two.
She just sighs deeply. And she goes, we did. We did. The thing of, well, we can't blame Borkar for what happened. That's what chaos does.
It tricks us.
Destroys things.
How can we be prepared if we can't see it? We train, we get stronger, but how do we
just always have to be ready. We can show up at any time, in any gaze, and destroy things.
Have you seen chaos before?
Nothing like what you saw.
Can you teach me more?
You'll be ready, Bryn. I know you will.
We'll see.
So she starts training you. And we'll say over the next week she trains you. Des, do you have anything you need to do other than recover from your hangover?
I don't believe so. Probably definitely recover, go and probably just do Des's normal farm boy stuff. See where Nightclaw got off to, and
he was just waiting outside, like just in the woods. Like as soon as you like stumble out, it kind of comes up to you and like ears like twitch, and it's just like like kind of does like a cat hiss at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just like turns and starts walking back to your place.
Yeah. Stumble out after him.
Right.
Probably a bit dazzled from the light of the day.
Yeah,
What are you
definitely.
doing, Scar? It's bright out there.
Close the door.
Crawl under my bed.
So we'll say that you all work on your own separate things. You recover from your hangover. You train, Bryn. Kymrese, you spend some time meditating and things like that. You don't quite have any breakthroughs this week, but you're starting to learn. Okay. And a week goes by. Another wild day comes and goes, Rue. And
I hide clothes around the woods surrounding the Vale.
And how do you deal with
little, like oiled bags, hide them in trees and shit.
Okay. And how do you
definitely find one? I fucking find one, and I'm like,
you should find them all.
and it's just
You start hiding your clothes around the woods too, and then I find clothes, but they're Kymrese size, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, you should find them all and take them all.
Rue just comes along and sees me wearing his fucking shirt, like, what? The spirits are leaving me clothes.
So how do you prepare for it this time? What are you doing?
Shit, man. I guess I have a friend.
Yeah.
I am gonna ask Quicksilver what I don't remember what happens on wild days. Do you?
Sometimes, yes.
What do we do?
Well, let's go out in the woods and wait for it to happen.
No, like what do we do after it's happened? Like or during it's like when what do I do when I'm a wolf?
We run and hunt as Telmore does.
Would we ever hunt a person?
Oh no.
Like how far into the woods do we need to go?
Oh. Lived all these years.
That's a good point.
The only people that get taken by the Telmori are those that deserve it.
Who deserves it?
You know for a fact that there's a tribe. I think it's the Maboder tribe, or I'll say it was the Maboder tribe, who were in northern Sartar. Who was in northern Sartar when Maboder. They were in northern Sartar, around where Wolvesland is, and there's always intertribal conflict. But they slaughtered some cubs. So the Telmori killed them all. There is no more Maboder plans at all. They're gone. So yeah, people who deserve it get it.
Okay, that's a good story. Yeah, that's good. That one makes sense. Yeah. What? I killed sheep, Bryn's sheep one time.
That was before you were accepted as a wolf, though.
I think we should just go kind of far into the woods, is what I'm saying.
So she just leads you into the woods, and you find a place to hang out, and maybe bring a snack or two. And you wait for the moon to rise. Well, the moon doesn't rise and set. By the way, it just stays in the same place in the sky all the time.
Out.
Yeah, because it isn't around World. Glorantha's flat in a dome. The dome does tilt a little bit between the west and the east, and that's why you have a winter and a summer, and the days are shorter in the winter, longer in the summer. But the moon just is right in the sky at the same spot all the time. It just turns. So tonight the goddess has her face upon you, and you, interestingly, there used to be a lot of dread that you felt with this, and you feel the same sort of dread, and eventually that feeling of yourself slipping away comes over you. But this time you remember things, you experience things. It is a very dreamlike thing that you experience, because it's you're not entirely yourself, but you're in your body. But you find yourself running through the woods at night, and you find yourself howling at the woods, and you find that you and Quicksilver are not alone. You find yourself running with, there's a wolf whose teeth seem all filed and pointed, and it seems as if her shadow moves on its own. And there's another wolf with her that is just black, but she has very blue eyes and little silver marks underneath each eye. And they're with you. as you run through the woods and basically just frolic. You frolic and do wolf stuff. And you do hunt. And I'll say that give me a beast roll. Roll your beast.
Do I hunt though?
This is just to see if you're successful. Don't check this if anything happens. I can't think of anything else to yeah.
35 out of 80.
Okay, you're successful in taking down, we'll say, some rabbits. And you all eat some raw rabbit. And, you as the day, you can feel the dawn coming, and the other two wolves kind of like, you all sniff each other and run around and stuff the way wolves do. And then they go off, and you guys go back, and you wake up naked again, right outside your front door.
God damn it! I'm gonna run inside.
and as you wake up, you hear a door open, and you hear, "Hey," God. And Aranina's just like looking at you.
Wait, is he face up or face down?
Choose high or low first.
It's a full moon.
Damn it, Kent.
Important questions.
You're supposed to be holding up Team Wholesome with me.
61. Okay, so we'll say
I'm gonna switch hitter.
Kent, which was high, which was low? I'll let you decide since this was your glorious idea.
Yes.
It's like I'm gonna flip a coin.
I will flip a coin.
Yeah, she rolled a 61, so she did roll high. So
high should obviously be up, and low should obviously be down.
So then I feel like should we roll for morning wood?
No, you don't roll for that.
Leave, Christian, go.
Get out.
Get out.
You know what? There's a bush in the way somewhere blocking your view.
So the way it always does, it's just like, you're lying face up, but there's like
I'm laying down, but there's a turkey directly in the line of view, just standing between us.
Yeah, there's a convenient like sunflower that's just like right here, right?
Sunflower.
But Aranina's like,
instead of like, fuck.
She's just like, hey, well, another one of those nights then, huh?
Why are you never asleep in the morning? I'm gonna get up and
she's like,
run for the house.
She's like, I got eggs if you got some bread.
Yes,
breakfast.
I always have bread for sandwiches. It's the only thing I make.
All right, I'll cook some eggs. And she fries up some eggs, and once you're
I'm gonna just rant a little bit. Like, I left six different bundles of clothes in the woods. Talbor's punishing me.
You cannot escape the beast. So you have a nice breakfast with Aranina. And then next day, because that was Wild Day. The next day is the seventh day. So you guys are all invited because it's typically the first thing that happens when a girl is born, the mother takes her to the riddle. When a boy is born, the father takes him to Stag Hill. So you guys, you male guys, so Camrys, Descara, and Rue, you're invited. You're invited to go, and there's a procession. It's not like every man in the clan isn't there, but close friends, family members, his dad,
the ones who don't work.
Yeah. Right. The loafers go. Although Gordongar is there and Savin is there. Camrys is there both as a friend and in official capacity. And so he leads a procession, and they have a not quite a yearling calf, but a good sized young cow bull that they take up with them, which is a gift from Gordongar because of the child's auspicious date of birth. And so he leads you up.
Descara owned all the bulls.
It's one of Descara's bulls. Now they're only 13. That cow's like, yes. The cow gods have listened. So you head up to the top of the hill, and Savin and Camrys and Gordongar and most of the men who know Storm Speech. I don't think you guys do, Rue and Descar, because it's not part of your cult. So you're just kind of like,
am I learning it?
Yeah, we'll say you're starting to learn it.
Those are sounds and words.
You're just like, yeah, storm speech. I know what it is. But they say some prayers. The cow is the bull is sacrificed, and Desrev just holds his boy up, and he just kind of like shouts some stuff into the sky. And as he does, like,
this is my son.
Basically, you don't know what he's saying because he's saying it in storm speech. That's exactly what he's saying. Like it exactly is. Orlanth, look at me, hear my words. This is my son I bring before you. Look at him and remember him. He will be strong and bring glory to you and your kid. But he holds the boy up, and as he does, like the clouds, it was a clear summer day, but some clouds roll in over the sky, and it gets dark, and there's a few flashes of thunder and lightning, and everyone's very, very happy about that.
Woo!
And after that, there's a big ass party at Senir and Desirev's place. Everybody helped out because everybody was very excited. So the way a celebration goes is, we're going to say Senir because it falls on the woman. She makes a manage household skill roll. Her base skill is 50%. Des, you went hunting and got her some food. Everybody helped out, so they get like a 20% bonus. So she has a 70% skill here, but I'm going to let you guys roll to see how she does. So one of you choose to roll to see how this whole thing goes.
I would say Rue makes the most sandwiches. So I would say
do make the most sandwiches. This is true. I will do this. I will make this roll for Senir. I am honored to.
Give me 1 second. Let me just pull up one I need to pull up here. And then roll for party.
I do make the most sandwiches.
You know how to host parties and stuff.
I always have sandwiches.
Kymreese have made mud sandwiches, probably.
Yeah, they're like, what about Kymreese?
Kymreese is like, I brought twigs.
Camera pans to me sitting by the fire in the center of the village in the middle of a downpour, just sitting there.
Like, I'm homeless.
Just in Descara's bush.
Wow, that sounds bad.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Tonight's been a good night. It's too bad Sarah hasn't been around. See, Sarah wasn't around, so I had to make the Morningwood comment because she wasn't around to make it. That's really what happened.
Rising with the dawn.
And you see a huge ash.
Okay, where is it? A feast. Roll for party. I'll
roll for party. Hell yeah!
Roll for party.
Oh no! I have failed. I rolled a 94.
Oh shit!
Wow!
Everyone gets food poisoning from the egg salad. This is my fault.
So hold on. A 94 is a 94 a fumble? I don't think it is. I think it's gonna be a 95.
You son of a bitch! You brought sliders. We wanted full sandwiches.
I dropped the party platter on the way.
I will say, I believe we still have a leftover reroll if you want to reroll.
Yes, we have a couple.
We're using the reroll.
Gerbo just,
yeah. Oh yeah, Gerbo just gave you another one. So
and I think Sharky had got one earlier. In the evening.
Yeah,
22. That's more like it.
Wow, that's much better.
So that is actually let me think.
Called up Jimmy John's.
That's a regular success. It's not.
It's like the egg salad, food poison. Everyone, Descara brought a plate of beans. Like the party's the one.
He's like, I have bean dip, and it saves the party.
The bean dip.
You spilled a bunch of ye old mustard on yourself, and then grabbed a shirt from a tree that you just so happened to stash there. Disaster averted.
So the disaster's averted. It is a great time. There is some venison that Des and Baroth brought in, and it's cooked up. There's cow because you just killed one and sacrificed it. So that's fresh cooked. There is no honey cakes because people are kind of turned off on them for now. But there are plenty of other like yummy things like fresh fruit and things like that. And just a good time. The Orlanthi, they play, there's some drumming and like flute music. There's people dancing. You see Gordon God, like he's holding the young child who is unnamed yet, by the way, chat, if you want to suggest some names, like appropriate names. We didn't name him. No, we didn't.
Oh.
And I'll leave that up. We can have a naming. No, we're not doing inappropriate name. It's like biggest dickus.
This is biggest ticket.
This is biggest dickus.
That skit is so
Classic.
good.
So
Classic.
good.
It's so good. We'll leave that to the side. But Gordon is like bouncing in on his knee, and Jordan is like, "You look very good with that there. Want another one?" And he's like, "My age? No. And she's like, "I bet I could change your mind." And she starts like playing with his beard. And
Lawson's sitting in the
you're actually,
background.
Bryn, you're actually talking to Lawson, and like Lawson sees that, and it's just like drinks deeply from her cup.
I cast protection on Gordon Gar.
You hear Erenina like, Valen. We'll go with Valen because Doc Void is first. The child's name is Valen.
I think Sharky did propose Ashfall as a name, but
Oh, Ashfall?
kind of yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Ashfall. All right, Sharky was technically first.
That's
Sorry,
a good
Doc.
last name. Valen Ashfall.
Your ass. Your yeah. You have your
Oh,
own.
it's of so and so. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, he's Ashfall. Okay, so Erenina's like, you see Erenina just walking by, and she's got two like big wooden kegs. And as she's walking, she's just like carrying one on each shoulder. And Robosart, who's the guy who she actually absolutely like stomped at the very beginning of everything, is just sees her and just like kind of does that. And she looks away and she's like, "Hey, what's up, Robosart?" Just kind of walks past him and she pops a beer down and she's like, "I bought beer." And all the men get very uncomfortable because the rumor about Babasir Gore and her ex-maidens is that the beer is brewed with the blood of their victims, who are usually men.
Yeah.
I'll go
But
have some
I
beer.
don't know this.
I'll
and
fucking have a cup.
Drink beer.
But she just like takes an axe and like smashes the top of it and like dips her thing in it and just drinks it down. And it is red because it just gushes down her sides. Like she drinks fully and it runs on her shirt and everything. And she's just like, "Oh."
Okay, I'll have a mug.
She's like,
I'm a wolf.
I'll have
I
a
eat
mug,
people.
too.
she gives you one. It's good. It's very good. A little earthy, but good. No
I
coppery
am not going
taste.
to drink too much of this. I promise myself and others.
You know what blood tastes like, and there's no blood in here. That's just the thing, obviously.
I think at some point I'm gonna ask Discara. No, I'm gonna ask Rue because Rue lives near Erenina. We're just like drinking a beer, and I'm like looking at her just being a badass, doing whatever it is that she's doing, and I'm like, what do you think it's like to fight with her?
Short. Brief. Brief.
Brief.
Eventually,
She's really cool, though, if you want to talk to her.
You
No,
see
thank
Ashart actually, just like you see a bunch of
Word.
kids that kind of run past you, and Ashart's like chasing them. And he's like, "I'm gonna get you!" And he's like, "Oh, hey, Rue, Hassan, hi," and he just like runs away because he's like, "I'm in a game," and he like runs away.
Yep.
He's playing a game of tag.
You got him, dig deep, push.
And Celadon, meanwhile, has a bunch of little kids in a circle, and he's telling them a story. And he says, "Now, when the world was made, no one thought to make a place for the dragons. No one invited them, and no one knew where they came from. But one day, they just showed up, and they settled at the base of the spike, but no one minded. And when the gods went out and they made the world, Larnstay was the one who made the mountains. And he walked all over the land with seeds. And when he planted a seed very deep in the earth, a mighty mountain grew. But if he's planted it shallow in the earth, hills grew. And so he went through the whole world and he planted hills and mountains. And he planted them in between people and kept them separate so they wouldn't fight. But when he came to where the dragons were nested, he stuck his staff deep, deep into the ground. And he spoke to the Ancient One there. And he rested. And while he rested, eventually he left. He did not plant any seeds there, but one fell out of his pocket deep into the hole left from his staff. And that grew into the mightiest mountain of all, Kerofin. And that is the god's favored mountain now. Now, when the gods saw there were no other mountains around, they were very worried because they were afraid that people would fight here in Dragon Pass. And even though some mountains have grown up, for instance, we have the Dragon Spine Mountains, but those are the bones of a dragon killed by Orlanth. And we have Stormwalk Mountain, but that is a god that Stormbull stuck into the ground. But the gods were right, because people have fought over Dragon Pass since before time. And the kids were all like, oh.
And that's kind of ish where we live now, right?
That's exactly where you live. Sartar is Dragon Pass. Yep. That's exactly where you live. You can't always see Carofin because you have another mountain in the way. But if you go like south out of the Vale, you can't miss it anywhere where you are. I think it's 13 kilometers tall, which is higher than Everest. Like in our world, and it is like a cone. It's like like a. Like if a little kid drew a mountain, that's what Carofin is.
I guess I'll ask, I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to ask Aranina if anybody's ever climbed to the top of that. Here.
Whoa, that's a big fuck it.
She laughs because that's where Orlanth lives.
So someone has climbed to the top of it.
Orlanth.
A simple yes would have been sufficient.
So she says, well, Orlanth has climbed there because he lives there. And Carofin is his mother. And, well, Aram the Pauper also courted Carofin.
So he's climbed it.
You can say that, and she like punches you, and you're like, oh.
And I break.
You just fly.
Turn into a fine pink mist and float away.
The music is going on, and you see Karenstar, who is another one of the weapon thanes. If you remember, he's like middle-aged, but married to one of Jorna's friends, so younger wife, Deladra. And she's like, come on, dance with me. And he's like, oh, no. He's got these like long mustaches.
Gray beard over here.
Yeah. And the other weapon things are like, go on. She's like, come on. And she like pulls him up finally. And she gets him to his feet, and all the other weapon things are like, argh! And he starts dancing with her. Give me a scan roll, whoever feels like they want to.
Oh, scan roll. What is my scan?
Can I roll a dance roll instead?
Want to scan?
Dance, yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Fuck yeah, I gotta boost this though. It's a 15.
90. I am watching Bryn.
You're watching Bryn imagining what it would be like to dance.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I like angry stomp / mosh and use my hate for chaos to augment my dance?
That doesn't apply here at all, bro. You can just dance.
Right.
Roll your dance. Roll if you dance poorly, whatever, man. Dance like no one's watching.
Like, yeah, dude, that's like Kyrese's thing. Yeah, I dance real bad.
As long as you don't fumble, you're good. You just kind of embarrass. Okay, you're good. You dance and some kids laugh at you. That's all. Des, did you roll scan?
I did roll scan. I got a 31 out of 45.
You succeed. Okay. So you, as she pulls Karenstar up, you catch Dal very briefly lock eyes with Fedor, who, if you remember, Fedor is the Bronze Age fuckboy.
Yeah, yep.
And he's kind of like, lounging on a thing, and he's with Saratha, who's like feeding him grapes.
Jesus.
But her and Dal and Fedor kind of have a little bit of a moment there. You clock
Do
that.
any of them make eyes at me dancing?
No. You
should just waggle your eyebrows whenever you meet anyone's gaze like that.
Just like, hey. I think your dancing has what we call the Shapiro effect.
No,
probably.
It's not. That nothing is that bad. Okay.
No.
80. If it was over 90, it would. 87's on the border. You just like.
It would have to be 100. 100.
No, that would be the Jess's peanut butter sandwich. Then the Shapiro
My
effect.
peanut butter sandwich is drier than
That is fair.
That is
98
terrible.
to 99 is the
That's
Shapiro.
true. But I don't know.
100 is Jess's peanut butter sandwich.
Wow.
It is very dry.
Ken's like,
Very dry.
Ken would agree, but he still can't talk from 3
Ken
years
says
ago.
dryly.
Ken says dryly. Ouch.
Who
I'm
was-
still trying to rehydrate from that.
Who is Dal again?
Deladra?
Who's Deladra again?
Deladra is married to Karen Star, and she's Jorna's friend. They're both youngish. They're in like their 20s. Karen Star's like 39. Gordon Gar's like 50 something. He's up there. Jorna's his third wife of the chief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third wife
Karen
is in
Star-
his other 2 wives have passed away, or he has multiple wives.
No multiple wives. They just divorced
Or divorced or whatever.
Yeah,
Or no
they'll
longer his
decide
wife.
it's no longer his wife. That's all. Nobody's died. There's no tragedy there. It's just moved on. That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Which is
marriages or whatnot.
pretty common. Yeah, exactly. That's not marriage for
Just
life
when
is
separate
not
ways have changed,
Yeah.
different stages in life.
exactly. So Des, you clock that and you see that for a minute, and then you feel someone just kind of like whack you, like on your shoulder.
Uh-oh.
I'm just like,
She's like, "You're just gonna stand there. You're gonna dance with me."
It's getting very humid over here.
I'll motion on over to the dancing floor.
Dance.
Dancing patch.
No,
Patch.
Ken, I give you one of these.
Oh no.
Oh no!
She's like,
This is why he
just-
got an 87.
Just
I
don't
can't dance
near
with you,
him.
Israela. Kyrie's has me.
So you all right, roll me a dance roll, bro.
All right.
If you
If you
critically
roll
fumble,
bad, I
Right.
reel you.
Kyrie's the real human.
If you roll bad, I reel you in.
What the fuck did you just roll, Ken?
You fumbled, didn't you, bro?
A 96.
Kyrie's
I
has you.
reeled
Kyrie's has you.
So that is a fumble. I almost want you to roll on the.
watch.
Let it
I-
happen,
let me
Kristen.
really-
Kyrie's has him.
yep.
No.
Nope.
There's a fumble chart. Hold
Oh
on.
no.
Ooh.
And I almost want you
Oh,
to
it's
roll on
worse.
the.
I reeled
Add
fumble.
Kyrie's has him to the chart and then roll.
Hold on. Let me just find it.
And Des isn't that
Ken,
terrible
this
at
would not
dancing.
be-
He's got a 30.
This would not be the first time we were in a dance battle together in recent history.
No.
Desgar,
You
as
were
you
in a
turn to
dance
face
battle
his
by
Raleigh,
yourself.
you step
That's
on an
true. I
underground
was in a
hornet
dance
nest.
It's all combat stuff. So
Kyrie's has him.
yeah. Kyrie's.
I got him. I fucking got him.
actually
You
like
can't
go
leave
with
your
the
bro
fish.
hanging. You have
You're
to.
like, I can't leave my bro hanging. I gotta go with the fish hook thing. And you do that. And you make generally an ass out of yourself. And Israel is like, and just like walks away.
Oh wow. That is painful to watch.
What are you
question
doing?
mark, question mark, question
Yeah.
mark.
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
everyone's dancing. I probably want to dance too. I think I'll probably take like the nieces and nephews and out onto the dance floor.
You can always grab Des's kids, brothers and sisters. Arissa's.
Yeah.
Arissa is there, but like just chilling. But
I'll take my
her
nieces and
many
nephews, yeah.
many kids siblings are also there too. All right, you can roll dance if you wish. Rue, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just drinking beer with
No.
Eranina?
I'm gonna look at the scar like, what the fuck? As the Kyrie's
Dude.
reels him in away from Esrala. I'll give Esrala like an apologetic look on his behalf.
It's like, and she goes over
And
to
you secretly hope I don't throw a line your way.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go
Fuck,
ask
he's
Bryn to
good.
dance when there's a moment to cut in.
Actually, go ahead.
say Ezrala like just walks over to where like there's a table with just all the meats and food laid out, and she's just like getting some meat for herself. Darrison is actually there, but he's just like helping people make plates, and he seems okay. He's just like, "Oh, you want some of that beef? Here you go." Just kind of hands it to her. Looks normal-ish.
It's good. That's more normal than he has looked in the recent past.
Yeah,
Correct.
At least he's here.
Yep.
He's here.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, Bryn. You were saying something.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if I can augment for love family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, I failed it. It's an 86.
Okay.
Dude, you're all fucking dancing really
you
good.
dance, but it's, you're not great, but who cares? Everybody's having fun. It's
that was just
dancing.
to augment it. That was
okay. Never mind. Yeah. You just, you're like, fuck my family. I'm going to dance.
My dance is a lot worse. Terrible though.
Bryn, what happens is you remember that little moment we had together where we were around the fire and I said like, we are family. And then you look over at me and Ken being fucking idiots and you go,
around. Nah.
I got a 62 with that whatever minuses that augmenting would give me.
That failing to augment.
All right. So
you're minus 20, right? Failing to augment.
Yeah. So you dance poorly, but the kids have a good time, so it doesn't matter. Rue, you're standing with Erenina, just like drinking beer out of like your horn cups.
Watching Bryn dance like an absolute idiot, and I just have a stupid grin on my face because I think it's very charming.
And Erenina's like looks at you, and looks at Bryn, and looks at you, and laughs and like just nudges you, and she's like, "Go ahead."
Bryn will probably actually look at Rue from time to time.
Like it's great. I am gonna go over there, but I need to finish my drink first. Thank you.
She's like, no.
I'm gonna finish my drink, and then I'm gonna try to take her drink. Bold move, I know, to finish her drink, and then I will go ask her to dance.
So what? You're gonna take her drink and drink it too? She thinks that's hysterical, and she's like, "Fine, now go." And she just like pushes you. So you're like, out there.
Did I just see you drink Erenina's drink?
No.
Yes.
That never happened. That's impossible. That couldn't. How would I still have an arm? How would I still have two arms? How would I be able to dance with you?
You're so funny, Rue.
Is that a no?
Are you?
Do you?
Okay.
I'll do like a little awkward shuffle, then I'll just be like, hand out.
She'll take your hand and she'll pull you onto the dance floor.
Okay, I'm gonna dance terribly. Oh no,
terribly.
Oh god. Oh shit.
I just get everybody.
It's all four of us just in a terrible dance file.
Where is dance? Jesus.
It's under, I think, communication.
Yep.
Yes, it's under
there it is. Amazing. I have a 15, y'all. I'm just gonna roll it straight.
You just hear loudly from behind you, Discara, flip me!
I feel like no one in this clan must be able to dance.
43. Bad, but not as bad as
best out of all of us.
It's acceptable. It's acceptable. It's like me with my running man. The feet don't move, but you still have like a 20-year out-of-date move, but you're good.
I suck the least. Hell
you suck the least, exactly. Which is always what I aim for personally when it comes to this, right? You just like.
I was literally just going to ask, how do you do the running man without moving your feet? But now I see.
You just don't. Trust me.
Now I see.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it is passed down by white people exclusively through the generations.
Traditional dance.
It's a tradition. This is the dance of my people. Okay.
Generic white people.
out of key, out of rhythm, just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm doing it.
We all think for the fraction of a second that we catch Ben out of the corner of our eyes, just brooding in the corner.
Aw, a crow alights on a tree and caws at you guys in his honor.
Yeah.
He's off on his way. He's off on his way to Pavis somewhere. You don't know where. Hopefully he's okay. So the evening wears on. How much do you drink? People who drink.
I dance a lot.
I'm not obliterated, but I am pretty silly.
I drink a lot. So much in my
Bryn
small
is stone
frame.
sober. She will have to save us all in the coming trouble.
No. You know what? I'll drink a lot too.
Yeah, we're so dumb.
Yeah.
So you
I want Erenina to carry me at some point.
I think
You cast the line at Aranina, and the line just ricochets back into your face.
It's just like hits her, and she just stares at you.
Hey, that's not fair. We all want Aranina to carry us at some point.
She can carry us all. Just
at the same time.
Wow.
Dreams come true.
Yes.
We planted the seed, Christian.
I did. You did. I did. I did such a good job with this NPC.
Mhm.
So, all right. So you all get silly.
We're gonna make it happen.
I was thinking about some ideas for that today, actually. So yes.
Yes. Oh man.
You all have a good night. Eventually, you all make it home. Heimer's fine. You get hammered and somehow get back to your space in front of the communal fire outside. You remember big strong.
They think I'm homeless. They just throw me over.
You remember some big strong hands just kind of like hoisting you on broad shoulders, and you're pretty sure I was Aranina, but you're not quite sure.
Yeah, buddy.
And you spend the next day like recovering. So that is hold on. You're not like super hungover. You're just kind of like the. So that would be Freeze Day of Truth Week, and then on Dying on Water Day of Truth Week, you all actually do have a job, so you can't just like fuck around, because you are on guard duty at the Palisade at the mouth of the Vale, down by Vale Gate, and that's something that gets rotated. That gets rotated around. Traditionally, the warriors and the Vingans of Valgate, that steed, guard it like the most. But it's also something that they like to let the younger people do, the younger warriors, just to give them something to do. Usually, it's not anything important. You just kind of fuck around all day. People come and go. You keep there's a palisade gate. There's a palisade, wooden palisade. There's a gate. The Doe Run River actually flows under the thing and out into down south into the Sebari lands. And you always keep the wooden gate closed. If people leave, you close it behind them and you open it up. Once in a great while, there's a visitor. So again, it's usually just like useless guard duty. On the palisades, evenly spaced across the mouth of the Vale, are enchanted deer skulls with runes on them that keep evil spirits and enemy magic away from you guys. And they have
tax collectors.
And tax collectors, yeah. You have to let them in, but you get to hide. You have like tarps up just to keep the sun off you guys on the top of the watchtowers as you hang out. But you're basically just hanging out. So what are you doing?
We're on top of the watchtower right now.
Stayed with like a walkway and two watchtowers on either side of the gate. From here, you can actually look and see. You can see Caro Finn from here if you look to your right. Across, you can see across, like you can see the lowland hills of Sartar, and you know kind of where Clearline is, and you see kind of like a mist, a low-lying mist. It's the upland marsh, and beyond that is just like this big fucking mountain just dominating the area, with a ring of clouds around it, which means Orlanth is home.
I will whisper to Descara and say, Descara, if you put me on your shoulders, we may stand taller than anybody who has ever stood on this palisade before.
That, I believe, would be true.
He lifts him.
We should do that.
Okay.
If you fall, you will fall deeper than any man has ever fallen off this palisade before.
That is also true.
Do you give me a boost, Descara? Buddy, old pal.
Do it.
Silly shenanigans going with the whims of a shaman.
You have like 14. You have like 14
I know.
small siblings. This is what you were born to do.
This is true.
That is true. You actually don't even have to roll.
It probably wouldn't hinder me in any case because I do have several small siblings. So, sure, why not?
So you do. All right, and then I'm gonna make a scan roll from my elevated.
As Kyrese gets on Descara's shoulders, I'm just gonna glance at Bryn with
Hell, no fucking way. I'd punch Rue.
What? You don't want to be tall? You've never wondered what it's like? I'm like warding off her attacks.
I'm perfectly tall when I'm riding.
You're not jealous of Carlos right now? He can see so much up there.
Just out of curiosity, do you have him with you?
Yeah, he's probably not up here, but he probably came with us.
Yeah, he's chilling like kind of at the base on the inside.
Yeah.
Like he just found a shady area to chill. I would say that Nightclaw and Quicksilver are laying in the shade too. And they're watching this and kind of like Nightclaw just like looks at Quicksilver and like twitches his ears and Quicksilver's like twitches them back. They're like kind of like, look at these fucking idiots.
They're talking about it.
But can I make a scan roll?
You may. Go for it. What actually, before I do that, what else do you all have on you?
Oh, I have my bow, like stuff. Is that what you're asking? Like stuff? I have my bow. I have. Did I get armor? Do I have armor? It's so long ago.
Yes, you did. I sent you armor. Okay.
Yep. I have my bow, my armor, and my broadsword. I'm outfitted for guarding duty. Yeah.
Typically people do, like, you go all out because part of it is even if nothing really happens, you'd at least get used to like wearing your armor, having your weapons on you, like
my
that sort of
hunting
stuff.
dagger, I've got my sword on, I've got my armor on, I got my bow on. We're on guard duty. We're professionals. Yep. We're definitely not like climbing each other right now.
Same. I got my bow and my axe and my armor on.
Cool.
I was just gonna say the same. Bow, axe, armor.
Reese has his dagger because he doesn't have any of that stuff.
He's got a dagger,
I have a dagger, a couple of 2 rocks. I have my rock and my grandma's rock, and I'm also
have a third
wearing
rock for protection.
I'm also wearing my ogre tongue choker.
There you go. Okay.
Jesus.
You are ready for any spirit shenanigans that may happen.
Did you cure that thing yet?
I think it already was.
I did
cured.
coat it in ash. I coated it in charcoaled ash. So
it's fine. It's fine. It's
okay.
fine.
Jeez.
Yeah. Still kind of spongy when you touch it.
In holy fucking ash, bro.
It's gross.
We're good.
All right. Ash. Yeah.
Ash from ash. That's right.
Give me a scan roll.
Okay.
Busy beating up Rue.
Unless I get maybe a little bonus.
I'm busy being beaten up by small, angry fists.
15% bonus.
All right, then I got
you're
it.
Up, you're
I only failed by 6.
You're up much higher than you're used to. So you're scanning and you're looking
on
down.
Top of the world.
And you feel like you are. And you can see, like I said, you look to the right and you can see down into the lowlands. You see, kind of around Mount Cragnus, there's a lake you can see in some woods. And, that's where the Angelsi clan, which is where Ezrala is from, that's where they are. The lake has salmon in it. The Angelsi clan is known as the salmon clan. Their tattoos are actually salmon. She has a salmon on each shoulder blade. But that's where they live. You can see, you kind of know where Clearwine is, but you can't quite make it out. But you see some woods, and you see the Starfire Ridges, which are kind of like the western edge of like the Kolimar lands, which is kind of a place where some meteorites had hit and stuff like that in the past. You do see like the fog of the lowland marsh beyond that, where Wizdalekti the Necromancer lives, and the ducks. And you see Curlfin when you look there. You look to your left. You can see a lot of woods, and that far away, if you look south, is the city of Wilmskirk, and beyond that is Whitewall. You can't see that; that's super far. But that's where currently King Broyan and the Volsaxi are holding up, and the Lunars are going to lay siege to them. And when you look to the left, you'll see there's woods, and those are the Sambari lands. You don't see any towns really. There's just kind of like a dirt track that goes out and down that way, and scattered woods and openings. It's not very, very thick woods, but as you're up there, you do see some look like some figures running towards you, and you hear like a scream, like a human scream, and then you hear like another scream that sounds like the scream of a swine.
Are they being chased by boar?
And that is exactly he hears that first, and then the rest of you particularly hear the boar, and you see kind of burst out of the bushes running towards you. You see a woman dressed in like a simple white and green dress. It's a little torn up. Her arm is bleeding, not hanging loose at her side, but it's bleeding. She's got a bronze dagger in her other hand, and she's leading. She's running behind a boy that's over 10, but you're not quite sure how. She's got how old? Much older. She's got darker hair. Looks a little scraggly. She doesn't look that well put together because she looks like she's been in the bush a little bit. Same with the kid. He's got like longish hair that kind of hangs in his eyes a little bit, black hair, and they're just booking it towards you guys in the fence.
We don't recognize them from this distance.
You do not recognize them. They're probably like 50 yards away at this point. Bursting out of the trees behind them, probably about 20 yards behind them, you see boar. A couple of them. And then you see a couple more.
Wait, 30 to 50 of them?
No, there's not 30 to 50 of them. But there is
those boar out.
There's one big one and 4 appropriate sized boars. And they just run right up to the palisade as they're getting, they're within they're within 20 yards now. Boars are on their tail. I will say, Descaru, give me if you have a local lore skill, or even just your intelligence times 3, which either one is higher, give me that roll. Just you two, though.
What about animal lore? No.
If I got bonuses for failing miserably, I'd be so good by now. 95.
I'm gonna use animal lore.
Nope. My intelligence is actually high too. Like, I had a good shot at that roll. Fuck, man.
No.
I don't know shit. Those are boar, and those are people in need.
You're like, if Rue was hung for rolling well, she would die innocent.
Gonna roll my homeland lore. I have that as a 55.
Okay.
Damn, Kent. Reading shit.
Ooh.
That's
18.
Knowing shit about things.
Okay. Des, you know this because you are hunting a lot, and you've been spending some time with Baroth. The big boar you recognize as Hairy Head, which is just...
It has a name.
It's a big ass boar that's around. People who go out hunting or picking mushrooms, occasionally you run into him. Occasionally you run into him. He's kind of grumpy, but if you kind of give him his space, he's not going to bother you. But he can be dangerous. He's not quite sacred. Now, boar are considered an earth animal who are considered sacred to the earth priestesses. He's not at the level of considered a sacred boar, but the earth priestesses are like, he's pretty cool. The instructions are like, leave him alone. They respect him.
So I should not smoke this boar like I am about to and don't know not to.
Well, they are bearing down on this woman and kid like hell for leather. They're after him.
Would the smaller boar that's around it kind of be fair game? I would know.
Yeah, there's this boar. You don't know all the boar, but yeah.
Yeah. Quick action. Is there a quick way down from the palisade to the other side of the wall, or do we have to go through the gate?
You have to go. I mean, you could jump off, but you could jump off, but it's it's 20 feet down. It's not. They're not small. So you'd have to get down and open the gate. Yeah. The gate, by the way, is closed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say, we will go into strike ranks right now to decide what people are going to do. So why don't we talk about actions first, and then just we'll decide what happens.
Okay.
I am gonna yell down to Quicksilver, Sil, go, and I'm gonna smoke this boar with my bow. That's my intention.
Is on the inside of the gate. The gate is closed, so there's nothing really that you could do.
I thought they were on the outside, the direction we were watching. Okay.
I'm gonna put Kymreese down and start heading down to open the door.
Toss me, Descon.
I will I'll yell to Rue, just start going after the small one. The big, we should probably
the big one's faster.
The big one. The big one's semi-sacred.
What?
The small ones are dangerous. Winks at Bryn. Yeah.
Small and mighty.
I'm gonna start.
We got shooting. What's your strike rank shooting, Rue?
My strike rank shooting. Where's my bow? I can't read my own writing.
Wow.
It's to me all the time. It's
know
cool.
that it has a strike rank is as something. The strike rank means as many shots as you can make in a round. That is what it means.
It's also
it's different.
when you go. So if your bow is it's your dex strike rank. So that's
My dex
one.
strike rank is 1.
All right, and we're going to say you were fucking around, so you didn't have your bow ready. So we'll say 6 would be because it's 5 to knock an arrow loose. So first shot is 6, and then technically you could do a second one at 11 then because it's another 5.
Yes.
So all right, so 6 and 11, you're going to shoot.
I'm doing the same thing, but my strike rank is 2. So
okay,
plus 5.
So you're going to go at 7. So you're only going to get 1 shot off then.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh no, you can go right on 12. So you can get 7 and 12. You're good. Because it's 5 for a shot. So yeah, you can, someone will tell us if we're doing this wrong, but this is the way I understand it. Des, you're running down to open the gates.
Yep.
Kyrese, what are you doing?
I would like to cast protection on whoever looks like they're going to get mauled by the boar.
You got to touch someone to do that.
Oh, it's touch only?
I think. Just read the spell description to me. Oh, actually, it doesn't give.
Well,
there is a range on it. Hold on a minute. It's a spirit magic spell, so its range should be. They're all standardized. Hold on a minute. Let me pull it up.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't have it pulled up right in front of me right now.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll get there. Hold on.
And I think my strike rank for that is dependent on how much power I spend on it, right?
Correct. Give me a second here. Range.
Yep.
Range of a spirit magic spell given the spell description depends on the maximum. Find the maximum distance. Blah 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 blah. Caster must be physically touching. Range 50 meters. All right, so let's look at protection real quick. I think it's a touch spell. That's why.
Can I use my multi-missile too? What does it add to strike rank? Jesus, a spell. Is that a thing or?
Variable. Oh no, protection is range. So you can cast it on. You could cast it on either the woman or the boy. Your choice.
Which one looks like they're going to get mauled by the boar?
The boar bearing down on both of them. It's hard to say.
Okay, I'll cast it on the boy then.
Okay. So you can decide what is your level on it. So you should have protection 1, protection 2, protection 3.
Is that, excuse me, is that determined based on how much points I want to spend on it?
No, it is. So you yes, but you also have a maximum. I think we gave you protection 2 or 3. I can't remember though. I'm pretty sure it's protection 2.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. If it's protection, I was gonna say I didn't write a number next to it, so I'm sorry, but
no worries. So just add a 2 next to it now. So we'll say that you know how to do 2 points up to 2 points of the protection spell.
Okay. And in chat, if anybody notices we're doing anything slightly off or whatever, just feel free to chime in. I will use the full 2 points then. I feel like does it go up to 4?
It can go as high as you want it to go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would have put more points in it, but on the same token, I don't know how powerful I am.
It's also you're just starting to learn this stuff.
Yeah, I think it's what Christian told you. Your cap is 2.
Yeah, we have a max as start.
So you're not going to start learning like the best way to cast the spell, obviously, right? So all right. So your strength. So it's what is your dex strike rank, Kyrese?
Yep, my dex strike rank is 3.
Yep. All right, so it's 3. So you're going to go on 5. So you're going to be the first one.
I'm going to put 2 points of power in it. Yep.
Yep. So your strike rank is 5. Bryn is shooting. Des is running. The boars don't.
Actually, also going to remembering that we have magic. I'm going to cast mobility on myself as well.
Okay. That's 1 point, right?
1 point. Yep.
Yeah,
all right, so you can cast that and then run.
Yep.
So
prepare a spell or a weapon is 0.
How does magic work with strike ranks?
It is
Dex plus.
Is that readied? Okay, I see what it is.
Dex plus magic points over 1.
Yeah,
it says so.
So for him, for example, Des, whatever your Dex rank is, you cast a spell at that Dex rank, right? Because it's just a 1 point spell.
It would be 3.
Yeah.
I would go at
magic pops off right away. None of you have that. Spirit magic is your Dex plus the magic points you're spending.
Okay, I got it. All right.
Okay, so then
I will not cast a spell then.
Could I cast a spell? Would I still be able to do a shot after I cast a spell?
You cannot attack and cast a spell in the same round.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's do the first round then. Does anyone augment before we start?
Yeah, I do for sure. Probably I don't know if there's really anything that fits. I already used the Harraborn tribe loyalty. Love family, maybe, or love.
Apply. No.
Yeah, I don't think I've got anything then. Hate chaos wouldn't fit, and then
Necessarily.
loyalty of the Kalamar tribe.
Yeah.
Wouldn't fit either.
I have loyalty to Sartar, but I don't know if I can tell if these are Sartarites or not.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I would say in the moment you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think you can augment with elemental or power runes.
You can.
So Troy, you can also augment with elemental and power runes.
I mean, air. I know that boar are sacred to earth, and I have no affinity towards earth at all. Maybe I could augment with air.
Negative.
I can't think of a situation in which air would apply here.
I could see maybe harmony, or I have movement. I don't know about if I'm
fertility. Protect the child.
Fertility is a good thing to protect a child. I would agree with that. Okay. Movement. I would definitely allow because you're wanting to move quickly, so that makes sense.
Okay,
I'll augment with movement.
Okay.
Yeah, yours makes sense too for movement.
Yeah. All right, roll that first, and then we'll get going.
Okay.
Oh, is that all of us who are augmenting?
If you want to augment, roll. Yeah, go for it, and let me know how you do.
I passed 30 out of 56.
All right, so you get 20% on your. What are you augmenting? Let me ask that question too.
So I'm going to,
because it's one skill.
Yeah. So I'm going to I'm going to confront the big boar. Okay. I don't want to kill it, but I definitely want to ward it off. So
are you going to wrestle this boar?
I'm probably going to augment my axe skill, because that is like the best thing that I have for up close.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna augment my axe.
Okay. Okay, so you get 20%.
You said today was water day, right?
It is, yes.
Fuck.
Oh, you can't cast your stuff?
I can't. Not water or clay day.
No.
Shut up. I want to use my cool new powers.
You'll get your chance.
Can you augment using the rune of the day? Is that something that you could do?
No.
I'm not going to do
it. So, all right. So for emergency's sake, we're going to say movement. We're going to move on because we're getting a little bogged down here. Did you augment, Bryn?
Yes. Yeah. I got a 68 out of 75 by success. I'm going to
that's 20%. Bow. Cool. Rue, you did not augment.
I did as well.
Nope.
You got a success. What do you augment?
I'm augmenting the ability for me to cast my protection spell.
So you would cast that with your right? You would cast that with your power. Yep.
Power times 5, right?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. And then I add 20.
Correct.
No, not power times 5. Power times 4.
Power times 5.
Is it?
Yep.
Well, then I'm at a 95, so I don't need to. I probably don't need to augment that, but okay.
Don't augment it, dude.
All right, so you're the first one. So roll just to see, because you're casting it on. You got a good chance, but you still could fumble. But you're going to cast it on the boy.
On the boy. Yep.
Okay.
I got a 49, so I succeeded.
You fall on the spirits and kind of like point at him, and a whoosh of energy, kind of like wind, actually kind of blows out of your hand and swirls down around him, and seems to like shimmer around him as he's running. And he seems to like almost like not hesitate a little bit because he's running for his life, but he clocks it for sure. Next up, that's SR5. SR6 is Rue, your first shot at a boar. Roll for it.
Shoot. One of the small boars. I'm going to trust Iskar on this. The boar is semi-sacred. That doesn't mean a lot to me, but I will shoot the small boar.
Okay. So roll your bow.
Or try to.
I'd say they're within range now. You don't have to worry about a penalty.
Yeah, I hit it.
Hell yeah. Roll 1d20 to see where you hit, and then roll your damage.
All right.
Right leg.
20. I rolled a 7.
Always right leg.
7 is the hindquarter. You hit it in the butts.
Take that. Wow, that's an interesting shot from maybe they're running sideways. I don't know. Okay, and damage is 11. It was a really good shot. Rolled max damage.
Oh damn. Okay.
Damn, you smoked that fucking.
I kill it in the butt. It dies.
You hit it like right in its like kind of like right where it's
like
ass
a flank
and like
femoral artery, sort
like
of
its flank,
blood
like where its
everywhere.
flank ass muscle like kind of comes together, and you hit it really hard. Like this thing is not happy with what you just did, and
does it stumble? Does it roll? Does it?
Freaking falls and is like rolling around in pain with an arrow in its ass.
Excellent.
That's shot number 1. It is not running anymore. Bryn, that's strike rank 7. You're up.
I guess I will strike one of the other small boar. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah,
We do have a couple rerolls too, if you want.
I'm okay. Actually, I'm okay. I just can't read
Youth
between
time
90 and
race.
60. I got a 63 under 70, so success.
Sweet. All right, so you hit. Roll and add your damage. Roll your damage and roll 1d20 to see where you hit.
Oh, I forgot about damage.
I think your bow's 1d8 plus 1, and then you get
Yes, it is 1d8
Yeah.
plus 1.
Yep.
So 6 points of damage.
Okay.
To 92.
It's 1d20 to see where you hit. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's 1d20. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
11. So, right, 4 leg?
4 leg. Yeah. Yep.
Limb quest.
Limb quest.
Get them limbs.
Limb quest.
So you did 6 points of damage.
Yes.
All right. You hit it in there, and it's not happy. It's limping, but it's still coming forth. Des, you run down and you throw open the gate. Actually, I'm sorry. You cast your mobility spell. I fucked this up a little bit, but you went before Kyrmese. You cast mobility spell, but we'll say you cast your mobility spell. Kyrmese casts a spell, and that shit happened. You book it down, and you get the gates open, and you see the woman and the boy, like they see you open the gates, and they're coming straight at you. And you see, like you can just see like thankfulness in her eyes as they run for you, and they're coming towards the gates. The boar, meanwhile, are bearing down upon them. And the boar are going to be on them soon. I'll give you a chance to kind of get between them if you want to. Not the big one, but the 2 unwounded runners are going to be on them. Yeah.
Wait, there's how many boar?
There are 4 boar plus the big one.
Oh shit! I thought there were 3 in the big. There are 2 in the big one. I was like, we got them all. No shit.
No.
Okay.
Would it be possible to actually just slam the gate in front of the boar after the people get through?
It?
I'm going to say, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to give you a chance to do this.
Okay. Thematically, that is awesome. Thematically,
it's very awesome. How lucky do you feel?
Punk.
He's like, how many rerolls do I have? There's that question.
How many beehives are in the way?
No beehives in the way this time.
Do I hear buzzing?
Yeah.
I feel pretty lucky. I think we were here at this point for this.
Yeah, you are. So you get the gate open. They're hustling it. The boars are pretty close on their tail. They're like 4 or 5 feet behind. So you're going to have to be really quick once they get through. So they book it to you. Behind you, you hear Nightclaw and what do you call Quicksilver? I always call him Quicksilver. Sill is like, you hear them like growling behind you and just like, and the woman stumbling a little bit. She kind of like pushes the boy at you. But you get just in time. I'm going to give me a roll. You can use your battle axe skill. I don't care because this is just cool to like grab her and pull her through the gate and then just slam it.
You
in the
hook
boar's
her
face.
with the axe.
Yeah.
No, you're grabbing her with her hand, but just use that skill. Like we're not going to go over. We're not going to go through the skill list here
For cinematic effects.
because you also augmented it. So I'm going to let you use your augment. So you get plus 20 on that roll because you did roll the augment too. Yeah.
Okay. Should I just Yeah, I'll just use my battle axe skill.
That's just I'm just giving you that skill because you you augmented it. So just like for the sake of coolness, we're gonna roll a cool it.
Roll a cool, baby.
Roll a cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is a success, just a regular success. I got a 56 out of what would be a 92.
So I'm sorry, I'm looking at Troy's book. You're distracting me. That's adorable, Troy. So she stumbles a little bit, and she pushes the boy through, and he kind of like goes past you, like falls in the dirt right at like Nightclaw's face. Nightclaw kind of backs up a little bit, and she's starting to fall.
The cat looks at him with disdain.
But it does. You just grab her by the hand, and just pull her in, and with the other hand, you just shut the gate right as the boars just slam into it. Also, give me a strength roll.
Okay.
Good thing you suck at this.
I know.
Descara.
I think I need. It's ×5 my strength, right?
One hand on the Swoley Bible, Descara. It's done.
Oh wow! I actually just passed that. I rolled an 87 out of 90.
Oh yeah. All right. So you managed to like shut it, but also throw your weight on it as two boars just like slam into it, and you're like, oh, you feel it, and then you manage to get like the bar down and shut it. As you hear them, they run around and they slam into it a little bit, and there's some growling and swine noises outside. You guys are up on top.
Grunting,
you can see
squealing.
them. Yeah, grunting and squealing. You see the one that is wounded is kind of like. And Harry Head kind of like helps it up, and they limp back into the woods and leave.
Harry Head helps it up?
Yeah.
That's very odd boar behavior.
Animals are like, animals are pretty.
Wow,
cool
so those weren't
Runequest.
just animals being animals; they were being dicks. Like, it appears that these particular boar have enough intelligence to be dicks. Or
You're a hunter.
we've just let demons into the among us again, and they were trying to help us. I love this game.
It's a chilled night. I mean, stuff happens sometimes, guys. Stuff just happens.
I'm gonna ask. So, what do they smell like? Do they smell okay? Do they smell like chaos?
Are you speaking to her
in wolf language?
Woof, woof,
all right, so you're barking down.
I bark growl a little.
He's just like,
just cast protection on a demon. Fuck me.
Smell fine.
Okay, good. We've had
She
some bad
smells like
experiences
blood.
in the recent past. Yeah, she's very dirty. She's hurt. Okay.
And she's like, the boy is like, she's like, oh, she like grabs him with her good arm and hugs him. And she's like kind of in the dirt, like at your feet, Des. And she's like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
I have some like rudimentary healing.
I was like, medic is sick. Medic is on soup
our
time.
Medic is down. Our medic
I have some healing.
Yeah, come here and chew some weeds and spit it into your hand and make a disgusting paste and put it on her.
Or a delicious paste and put it on her.
Is my
fucking Bryn. I've got 35 in first aid.
Nice.
first aid? Yeah, that's better than mine.
Better than mine.
All right.
Can you
I'll head
assist?
down.
Is that a mechanic in this game? Could like Descara help Kymries? Is he bump him or something? Is that a thing?
Like looking it up, I think it's not. So just let's just roll. Yeah.
Okay. No, 94.
Wow, you put bees on it.
So,
I'm like, we have to open this wound to clean it.
dangerously close to a fumble, but not quite. But you just kind of like manage to like wipe it off a little bit. And she's like,
Oh God. You
Just
like
tie
rub
rag
sand
around
into
her.
it.
Ow.
Yeah, and your
Rub
hands are
dirt
dirty,
in
so you
it,
get
yeah.
like some sand in there. Yeah, it's not quite
Ugh.
not quite peeing on it, but it's not so great. It's like the old rub some
Temporary
dirt on
measure
it.
till we get you
Yeah,
to
yeah.
a professional.
And she's like,
This
I,
is just going to stave you over until we get the morphine.
I request the hospitality of the chief, and which is a thing. Like when you go to a tribe's land, you request like present yourself before the chief, say who you are, blah blah blah.
What's your name?
Renavella. I am Renavella. This is my son Nemiast. We were out foraging for some food, and those boar, they just came upon us.
You're from nearby, then.
Give cultural a local homeland lore roll.
Local homeland lore roll. Okay.
No, wait.
Christian, can I cast Second Sight?
If you want to.
Wow, I just missed it by 2 points. I got 37 out of 30. So, or 35 out of 35.
Did anyone else roll that roll?
I'll roll that as well since I'm right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got it.
I like the idea.
39 out of 55.
50. Okay. Des, you recognize. Check that, by the way. Check your successes. I forgot to tell you. Same thing with your
Homeland
bows,
Lore
guys.
does not check.
Then you don't check it. But the people who made bow attacks, check them. Yep, because you succeeded.
Homeland lore is so high.
Yeah, I get a big bonus from bulk stats
Gotcha.
and stuff. But
so Des, you recognize some of her tattoos as Sambari tattoos. He doesn't have any tattoos, but she has them.
I like the idea, Christian, just for a thematic effect to like as I'm giving first aid to this lady, when I like look up at her like in the eyes, like my eyes do that weird like second sight thing.
You do have to still take. I mean, you can't. It's not something you can cast like without her noticing. You still have to cast a spell.
Okay.
So if you want to like step back and do it, you can kind of try to do it.
I'll wait till I'm behind them.
Yeah, like surreptitiously. Traditionally, what you guys do would probably like blow the horn or escort them up or something, or get someone to watch the gate because you don't want to watch it, leave it unattended, and take them to the chieftain's hall.
Probably one of us could just go up there, or we could blow the horn. I think blowing the horn would probably be best.
We don't need to blow the horn.
Can I climb down this palisade wall? Is it like hard when I'm not being rushed, or am I gonna like die if I fall?
The outside or the inside? What are you trying to do?
The outside.
I would say you can probably drop yourself down pretty easily if you wanted to. Like you kind of like hang over the edge and just drop. And,
I'm just gonna yell down to the others. Hey, I'm gonna go outside for a minute.
Okay.
And I will drop down.
No problem. The door's locked.
I know. I yelled that so they will let me back in.
Yeah, you drop down, and what we'll run with it. You doing? Is someone going to blow the horn in the meantime?
We're blowing the horn.
I mean, that's usually you blow the horn if there's a visitor. Yeah, something like.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure.
There's a code. So there's like, there's like the all hands on deck emergency one that the horn was like, so there's like a short blast is just like, send some people to the gate. It's not necessarily an emergency, but get some people over here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll
Don't make the wrong call.
Right.
Roll for blow. Critical fumble. You blow emergency. Everyone is chaos.
Make a mouth check.
Mouth. Roll mouth.
God damn it, guys.
So you're outside. What do you do?
I'm gonna head over to where I shot the boar, and I'm going to touch and smell the blood and see if it smells or seems odd to me.
Based upon your knowledge of blood, seems pretty normal.
Boar.
Yes. Yeah. Seems pretty normal.
Okay. Doesn't smell like a demon.
You wouldn't know necessarily what that smells like, but this smells like a boar.
Okay.
We just think everyone's a demon now. We're like,
I know. I'm like, fool me once. I'm like, the demon was inside the boar. Pulls off the mask, like.
Straight up Scooby-Doo edition.
Hmm.
All right, I will roll to cast Second Sight.
So in the meantime, we'll say Bryn, you blew the horn. Within a couple minutes, some people come over from Valegate because they're the closest, and they have like their spears and shields and stuff. And I'm getting you. They're coming over. In that confusion, Kymreese, roll to see if you cast your spell successfully.
I rolled a 1, so I don't know if you can critically success Second Sight, but
it's the one that's like
you wasted it.
So you can see their auras, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. It's always hard with you. Okay, hold on a minute. Give me a second.
So I've been told.
Shut up. Renavella.
Renavella.
30. I'm just gonna say, she's short. Her robes are she's got like white and green, like kind of like dress and sandals on. She's got auburn hair that she has tied in a braid. She's got a fertility tattoo kind of like right on her forehead, some other tattoos, and an earth rune like necklace on. And looking at her aura, you see like greens and browns and some black swirling in with some like yellow and some white. But you also can tell that she seems very, very upset, which is understandable, and concerned.
Okay. What is her aura powerful? Is it over an 18 for her power? I can tell if it's over or under 18. No. Okay. And then how about the boy?
So the boy has a lot of orange and red in his aura.
Okay.
But there's also a touch of something swirling that you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. But it's just a very slight touch. But it's just something you just don't quite get. And he is not like an overwhelming aura.
Okay. I'll just kind of.
And he's kind of. You find as you're looking at them, you see him kind of like his hair's down, kind of like over his eyes, but he's like staring right at you while you do this.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
I'll walk up to him and I'll say, "I'm Kymrese," and I'll kind of stoop down a little bit and I'll tell him, "You're safe now."
He's that much shorter than you, honestly. He's about your size, maybe a little shorter.
I'm Kymrese.
He's now. He's like, he kind of like goes back a little bit. He's a little wary of you. He goes, "I'm Nemiest," and he looks at you again. And he goes, "You have different color eyes. Do you see different things because of that?"
Yes.
You could say that.
Word.
And Renavelle's like, "Nemiest, stop, leave him alone." And you see the guys come, some couple of warriors come over from Valgate. And they're like, visitors?
They were being chased by the boar Harry Head.
Harry Head, yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to climb back up over this palisade, but I'm probably gonna fail.
That is a climb check.
I'm going for it though.
She is requested what was it? Audience with the chief?
Hospitality? Something
Hospitality
like
from
10.
Hospitality. 10. Okay. You
Nice.
check it.
I have a 45.
Sweet. Check it and you get right over. No problem.
that. Damn.
Oh shoot! I
Was
forgot
Bryn
to check.
looking? Was Bryn watching? Did Bryn see?
Yeah, probably. Damn.
No.
That's fine.
This is wasn't looking. Made it look awesome. No one saw it.
No, we'll say I'm fine. If you're fine, Jess, you would see that.
Yeah.
Because you didn't. Did you come down or no?
Nope. I blew the horn and I kept lookout.
Yeah. So
I
she
did
saw the
come
whole
down
thing.
for a little bit, but if we were blowing the horn, then I'll probably go back up and blow the horn.
So the warriors are like, okay, we'll watch the gate. You take them up to Gordengar.
Okay.
So you begin leading them up, and yeah, I mean, you walk in, you can talk to them if you want, you can stare at them, you can do whatever you want. Anybody want to do anything?
I'll ask him. It's just like if they knew that area was kind of Harry Head's territory, or do they just kind of stumble into it foraging?
Traveling, and we just stumbled into it. We were just looking for some food.
I
asked
scan
the
check.
boy.
What was that?
Give me a scan check.
Lost all of their things.
I asked the boy, and
Second, Troy. Let me just resolve this first. Yeah.
Yep.
I got a 15. I pass. My scan is 45.
All right, check it, first of all.
Good roll.
And yeah, very good roll. Second of all, if they're traveling, where the fuck is their traveling stuff? She's literally just wearing, she's got a dagger. Nobody has any backpacks. They don't have clothes to like appropriate clothing. Although it's summertime, but they should have stuff. They don't have any stuff. And you also notice there are a couple, like she has some bracelets and stuff on, and some jewelry, but not a lot, which is not typically for Sartarite women. Typically wear like a lot of jewelry if they have it.
Is their gear also like, not their gear, but like, are their clothes like traveling clothes? Do you know what I mean?
They're just regular ass clothes.
How are their clothes? Like besides being from the tussle, but does it look like they've been
did they
it's probably hard
well
to
traveled?
Yeah, it's probably hard to tell.
After this.
Well traveled. They look like they've been roughing it for a while. Her arm, like the arm is torn. She's got a wound on her arm where she got gashed by the boar, and another smaller one like on her leg. He's untouched. Both of them just have a dagger, which is very, very customary. All right, Kyrie's, you wanted to do something.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell the boy. I'm guessing at this. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say it with confidence. I am assuming that all of the reds and the orange hues that I saw in his aura meant that he had a particular affinity to the fire rune. And then there was something else that was going on there inside of him that I didn't recognize. So I'm going to say to the boy, there is fire in your heart. It has an affinity to you. It knows you. Where are you from?
He kind of looks at you, and he looks at his mom. She looks at him, and then he looks back at her. Then he looks at you again, and he says, "We're from Roundstone, but that's why we're And then she just cuts right in. That's why we're traveling. It's a bit of a family emergency, but I also want to get him to to Johnstown, but eventually to Runegate as well, because he has a fire rune, and I believe he might be a Light Lord of Elmo one day." Elmo is the Sartar version of Yelmalio, which is not the sun god, but the god of like the light of the sky.
And I'm thinking of the Elmo meme before the fire, like
it's exactly what he looks like. No, it's Elmal, Elmal.
So is he like a celestial or something?
The kid? No, he's just a regular kid.
No, not the kid.
Elmo? No, he was one of the guardians. Like when Orlanth went on the Lightbringer's quest, he was like, Elmo, guard the stead. And him and this guy, oh shit, I can't think of the other one's name now. They were like the Watchmen. But Elmo is not the god of the sun, but he's the god of like what they call the sun dome, which is the dome of heaven. He's a light fire guy. He's as close as Sartarites get to worshiping the sun. Amongst other people, he's called Yelmalio. Yeah, he's called Yelmalio, and there is a temple called the Sun Dome, and there are Sun Dome temples all over the place, and they are their own little nations, but they're like Templars, and they field mercenaries who fight with like pikes and spears. They're like Spartans, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will kind of I'll give the boy a reassuring smile, and I kind of wink at him with my my orange eye, and I say, I too was touched by fire, and I like wink at him with my orange eye, and then I say, but there's something else I'm not sure what it is. I wonder what else has an affinity for you.
He kind of looks at his mom again.
And then I don't smile. And then I go very serious when I say that.
He looks back at you, and he just goes, he doesn't say anything. He just looks back at you.
And I just, again, dead serious, just keep walking with him.
Okay. Anyone else want to do or say anything on the way?
I will ask I will ask them about their traveling gear, if they dropped it to get away from the boars.
Don't give them a fucking story. Damn it, Discara, you suck at this.
Yeah, she's like, oh yes, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, we definitely dropped it.
They came on us, and it was such a hurry that we just dropped our things. We didn't take much. We had left in a hurry as it was because of a bit of a family emergency in Johnstown. But
we can get it. get it for you.
And
know where it is, though. I wouldn't trouble you.
Well, finding stuff in the woods.
I don't know if I could give you the proper directions back to it. We were
You were
running in such a
wounded
panic.
and bleeding. You left a pretty clear trail. It'll be no trouble. I got this. I want to go talk to those boars. This is my excuse to go out there and talk to the boar.
That's right. Leave me with the 2 demons by myself.
I will,
Hey,
Kymries, I will.
I'll stay with you, Kymries. Don't worry. Bryn's
So,
got your back.
Is that what we're doing? You're splitting off?
Yes.
You're welcome, Christian. Yeah, I do want to go out there and try to find the stuff is like secondary. Rue wasn't thinking about that, but you gave me a rudimentary beast speech ability, and I do want to talk to these boars. Or get murdered by them, whichever.
I would say Bryn should go with Rue. I'll stay with Kymries.
Whoa, no, small. Small.
Small. Plus,
We gotta balance it out.
Beskar suspects stuff of them too. He
Yeah.
suspects duplicity because of a couple of roles he's made that he hasn't shared with us. So
All right, that's fair. I'm terrible at moving quietly.
Okay,
We don't have
so
to move quietly.
the split is Bryn and Kymries, Des and Rue.
no,
it's
opposite.
No.
Bryn
Rue-
and Rue
Des and
and
Kymries.
Des and Kymries.
And Des and Kymries are staying with the kid. Bryn and Rue are going.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to handle Kymries and Deskar first, then, and then we'll get back to you guys. Okay.
You died. They're demons.
So
Back
you
to
break off.
Rue
You
and
break
Bryn.
off, and you break off, and you head back with your animals out to go out into the out of the vale. Meanwhile, Kymries, Des, you go into the hall, and there's Gorgonath is actually standing guard that day, and he's like, "Oh, visitors."
Of a sort. They were being chased by the big boar. That's down south.
You are wounded, madam. Stay where you are. We will attend to that. I will get the chieftain. And he goes to get the chieftain. In the meantime, Liv is around. She heals her quickly. And she's shown in, and Gorgonath is like, you go as well. And he stands guard outside. So Kymries and Des, you go in. And Jorgonath is kind of sitting on his throne when she walks in. Nobody else is really in the hall except for him. And he's just kind of sitting there. You guys kind of stay behind. And he goes, sees her as she walks in. She goes, "Hail, stranger, who comes this way to a place that is not allowed to everyone? Do you come as friend or foe?" You guys recognize this is the traditional thing a Hjortling says when someone comes seeking hospitality. And Renavella
I said
says,
hungry.
Renavella says, "I come as a friend." Gordengar says, "Greetings then, stranger. You speak to the chief in this place. Gordengar, son of Kenstrel of Twice Blessed, am I, chief of the Harraborn clan of the Kalimar tribe. Tell me your name if you are friend." Renavella bargains hard, and this is my son Nemiast.
Bargansard is a great last name.
We are the Gerending clan of the Sambari. I pledge to stand by you in war and peace. You are welcome here, Renavella. Bargains hard, as is Nemiast. I offer you hospitality here in my house, and promise my protection to you and yours while inside. I offer you water to quench your thirst. I accept this with gratitude. I will not rob you or bear arms. I will speak ever of your generosity. Then you are welcome, Renavella, and I offer more. A blanket to sleep under while you are my guest. This is a thing we offer only to friends, or those we would have as friends. I accept this with gratitude. I will speak ever of your generosity. You are welcome, Renavella. Goes on for a bit. I will offer you more. Meat to fill your belly. This is a thing we offer only to kinsmen, or those as good as them. I accept this with gratitude. I will speak ever of your generosity. Then you are welcome, Renavella, and I offer you more, salt, as a token of your honor. This is a thing we give only to those who are great, those who show promise of it. I accept this with gratitude. I will speak ever of your generosity. Then you are welcome, Renavella, and I offer you more, duty, which is offered only to those who would sit close to me, in my family. She bows one more time. This is the last one. I accept this with gratitude. I will speak ever of your generosity. And he says, then you are truly welcome. Why don't you wash, take care of yourself, and we will speak later. That's the hospitality ritual for Yorlings. They're shown out, and you guys start to leave, and Gordigard's like, wait.
That was very good, by the way. I'm sorry I was laughing.
No worries. I just figured someone said something shitty in chat in the Google and Zoom.
No, it was me. I was joking that Kymri sleeps outside in the dirt with nothing, and this guy's like, "But wait, we'll give you more," and I'm just like, "Wow, wow, what the fuck?" Well, you're
just like some asshole with two different color eyes. So, hydrate,
right?
Wow. So, Gordigard calls you guys forward after her and Nemiast are gone, and he's like, "Well, what can you tell me? What happened?"
They burst from the coughing fit. 1 second. Small coughing fit. They burst from the brush just to the south, and were being chased by the big boar Harryhead and some of his. She looked injured and desperate to get her child to safety. So, though some of the things that she's told us seems off. I'm not quite sure how, but it's
somebody that could be a trick or a spy somehow. Where are the others? So the gate?
They went to go and check for their gear that they dropped when they started being chased. A couple from the what was the stead?
Vale Gate.
Vale Gate is watching the gate in the meantime.
Good. You did good. When the others get back, stick around. When the others get back, we'll talk some more. I will, once they're cleaned, I'll talk to her some more and try to get some idea of what it is she wants.
Gorgongard, the child is different. His aura is that of fire. There was something else.
Strokes his beard.
I said there was something else there that was foreign to me. I did not recognize it, but when I mentioned it, the child seemed taken aback. There is definitely more to these than meets the eye. Please be cautious.
I will.
Maybe, perhaps, Daven will have more to say.
Keep an eye on her. I trust your eyes as well.
Ooh, responsibility.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you
Can
guys,
I have a blanket? Fuck you.
No, you're not.
Arisa
family.
gave you a blanket and a pillow.
I know, dude. Arisa hooked me up.
Yep.
So you guys kind of
took a shit.
You can hang around in the hall, but as I'm gonna say probably step outside. As you do, roll Kymris and Des. Roll me a listen check.
Ooh, I love listening to shit, especially the wind. We should always ask Christian when we meet people if we can make an insight own species roll. And if he says no, we know they're demons.
Insight own
They're
species.
ogres.
No.
Hydrate, guys. I think there was another one.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got a 73 out of 51.
Okay. So as you step out, you hear some whispering. Kymris. And it's kind of like as you're walking out, there's like a side chamber where like you kind of hang out and you can wash up or whatever. And you hear some whispering in there. And it is you hear Nemiast, and he's like, "Well, I didn't know what I did wrong." And she's like, "Wait, quiet. It doesn't matter what you did wrong. We need to get out of here." He's like, "I don't understand, Mother. I only talked to one of Orland's brothers. When will you learn that not all of Orland's brothers are good?" And then they hear you outside. And she's like, shuts him off.
I just offer them just a sly smile. And I nod.
Outside of the outside of the Vale, you guys probably. What are you looking for? The boar or to track their track back?
I was looking for the boar, like that. Like they mentioned the clothes and stuff, and I said like offhandedly, but I didn't actually make the connection that like they were lying or anything about dropping the clothes. So I'm more interested in the boar.
Okay, I would say that's a very easy track roll since you shot one and is bleeding. So
2 are bleeding.
Yeah, 2 are. So add 30 to your track skill.
All right, and I have Quicksilver with me too. I'm like,
cool. All right,
we're going the 3 of us.
The 4 of us.
What, Ort?
Yeah. Why would I leave him behind?
I don't know. You don't need him.
Of course we don't need him, but I'm not going to leave him alone.
Ooh, I finally passed a track roll. Heyo.
Because you started.
Good thing I got that plus 30, or I would have failed. Yep, I got it. No special success or anything though. 62.
So it's not hard to find the blood trail, and you begin following it back into the bushes, somewhere dense into. So this is like stands of trees and rolling hills and stuff like that. It's not thick forest, but there's it's spread out open land with thickets and stuff. And the trail does lead right into another hydrate. Hold on.
Nope, that was just. I only saw the one.
Put your drinks down. Put your drinks down.
Oh no,
Gerbo's hands.
Gerbo,
hydrate from Knock Void.
Hey, so he's letting us drink.
So,
meanwhile, I am looking for footprints and boot prints and things and stuff. I don't know.
You don't go to the woods very often, do you, Bryn?
I do.
Yep.
I hunt and stuff. I gather.
What's the last thing you caught?
Game. Broccoli.
Caught a bird of some sort. I shot down a bird. Yeah.
A carrion bird. The bird was carrion. I caught a dead bird.
So you follow the trail, and there's a thicket of like evergreen with like some birch and stuff like that. So it's thicker on the outside, like kind of open on the inside, but it leads right in there, and you can hear boar like in there.
This is the tricky part.
Up to you how you're going to approach it.
Oh my god, I think they're here.
And Ort, by the way, is like he's not happy, and
we're gonna get attacked.
And
you might want to get on Ort just in case.
Sill's like, I can smell them. I can smell them, brother. They're in there. Are we going to hunt him? He's bleeding. Let's take him down.
No. We're just going to talk this time. I'm just going to talk. Actually, if you stay here and protect Bryn.
I see them look at me and I'm like, what the fuck are they saying?
I'll be fine. If they turn hostile, I'll run. I've got very long legs. I am quite fast.
I'm right here. Call me if you need me, brother.
I will. Thank you. Just have a little moment.
Wait,
right.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go talk to him.
They're back at the village.
No, the boar. I'm going to talk to the boar. I'm going to talk to the boar. I'm going to try to talk to the boar.
I'm going to look at Syl and be like, what?
I've been practicing with the horse. He hates me. I understand that very clearly because I kind of can talk to him a little bit. Sometimes. I'm going to try to talk to this boar. I'll be okay. And I'm just going to head toward the thicket. I'm not going to try to sneak up or startle them. As I get a little closer, I'm going to, make the appropriate, like, hey, I'm here sound. Like, not hunting you, not trying to be quiet.
What is that to a pig?
I don't know.
So you get up there and you make a sound that you think is appropriate. And a pig kind of like pops out of the woods and it looks at you and it's like, which is basically like, what the fuck do you want?
Cool.
Yeah.
I will stop approaching like hands out so you can see I have no weapons and I'll just kind of crouch down a bit. And I know I only speak broken beast speech, so I'm kind of like, hey, no harm. Was something wrong with those humans you were chasing, sort of thing? Like, why chase humans?
It's like, follow. And it kind of goes and turns. Goes deeper into the woods, says follow.
I'm either about to be outsmarted and ambushed by boar, or
I was going to say, I'm also definitely
Dick
sneaking
boar.
up to see what the hell Rue's doing.
You can sneak.
I
All right,
will-
roll a stealth skill.
God damn
No,
it, Bryn.
you're gonna startle them, Bryn. God
Yep,
damn it. Bryn's
yep.
gonna get mauled by boar.
Yep.
Bryn, no.
Quietly. Ooh.
God damn it.
That
You
is
do
not a
have
good roll.
rerolls. There are
Fail.
some rerolls.
I mean, I didn't fail. I failed. I for sure failed. I got a 33 out of a 25.
It's not awful.
Yeah,
You do have
it's
some
not
rerolls. I'm going to say, just throwing it out there
I don't know
again.
if I can reroll better.
If
though.
you didn't fail terribly, so it means you're kind of loud as you approach.
Yeah.
We all know you're coming and not sneaking
Yeah.
up on us, which is
Yeah.
not the worst fail in
Yeah,
the
I'm
world.
gonna keep it. I don't think I could
Yeah.
roll better.
You both stop as it turns, and it turns back around. And you both see, like, Bryn, like, trying to sneak up on
Bryn.
you guys.
Stay there.
I'm just gonna freeze and pretend like.
But
he
I
doesn't
say
see
it
me.
in my wolf speak because now I'm forgetting that I'm not talking like a human anymore. So I'm just kind of like, "Arr."
Yeah, I'm just gonna freeze and pretend like he can't hear me.
That's my move.
It's like,
Like I pick
turn,
up a rock
freeze.
and I'm like, I found it. I put it
At
in
a
my
tree.
pocket.
That's my move.
So you stare awkwardly at Bryn for a bit, and then
I'm just kind of like, and I will. I'm like, she's a friend. Ignore her.
boy just like
not-
looks at her and like turns and goes
Does-
back into the woods.
Doesn't know anything. I will follow the boar.
Okay. You head into deeper into a thicket where you hear some like squeals of pain and some grunting. And you find a boar with an arrow buried very deeply in its like ass, and it's like hobbling along on three legs because one's like not working so great. And Harry Head is like hanging out there too.
Yeah, I did that. Okay. Gotta pretend like I didn't. Hopefully all humans look the same and they don't. I was far away. They don't know.
I think that one is mine.
No, the
Right.
arrow deep in the ass was mine. You hit a
Oh.
forelimb.
I hit a forelimb. Yeah.
I'll be like, again, hey, not here to hunt
Harry
you.
Skull is like, what do you want?
The humans you were chasing. Is something wrong with them?
My son is wounded. Be gone.
Okay. Good talk.
I don't have.
You
That's
have
his son.
first aid technically,
Do I?
I think.
I think
we all
everyone
do,
has
yeah.
10% at least.
I think we all do.
Where the fuck is first aid? I can never find anything on these
It's
sheets. It's so
under
long.
Customs Hjortling. It's above Homeland Lore.
It's under the
Which-
knowledge.
It's on the
thing.
left
Knowledge.
side.
There we go.
Yep.
First aid. Found it. I only got 15, man. I don't know.
All right. You also, now, if you really wanted to break out the big guns, you have some rune magic now, including in all the common rune magic spells, is heal.
Oh,
It-
shit.
But you
use-
can't cast anything today.
No, she can't
I
cast
can't
her
use
wolfy
my
spells,
cult spells.
but you cast you can
Oh.
cast your other ones. So you can. It's one rune point, then you just stack it with magic points to heal hit points. But you don't get that back again till you worship Telmor, and you have to do a good job of worshiping Telmor to get them back.
Is that a roll?
Or-
Is that a worship roll or something?
You got to do a worship roll, yeah.
I have no skill in
Or-
worship. Is that something I got when I initiated, or do I have to start with nothing and just?
We'll talk because I think you're supposed to have something. So we'll check that and get back to you. But yeah,
Amber.
Okay.
Amber. Peaceful cut. Do it.
just kill
Kill
it.
his son. Oh, I'm so sorry. Grabs bigger knife, stabs more.
Okay. I'm going to apologize. I'll say like, I'm sorry I was not hunting. I did not know if they were my clan.
Some skills here.
Prepare corpse, Amber. Do it now.
What do you have for social skills? Communication.
No, I'm awkward, man. I'm awkward, but I do have.
Art. Art.
Guys, my literal highest communication skill is sing.
Oh,
Sing
Nice.
to the boar.
Sing
This little
sweetly.
piggy went to the market.
I do have my highest one after that is a 15, which is charm. At that point, I might as well just try first aid, though.
or charm a pig.
Oh yeah. So Gerbo the Druid says worship is magic category base 5 before any increases. So you have at least a 5. I think you automatically get more. I just have to check the cult thing. We'll talk after. Yeah.
Man, I have weird.
It's terrible. Can I augment?
Roll
make
broad.
I would allow you to
Augment
augment with your
beast.
beast rune. Here.
I am very close to beasts and things. I will try that. I'm gonna try an augment with beast rune.
Yeah.
I am gonna try. That's high. Wow. God hates me.
You have rerolls. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm gonna
You
use
got,
one
like-
of those.
We only have like
Balls.
3 left. Just saying.
I'm gonna use them all, just like Descar. Descar used them all last week.
I did not. I used like 4 of them.
I suck so bad at this.
Nope.
Don't you have like an 80 beast rune?
Yeah. I rolled
That's
a 93
amazing.
and an 85,
You are like the worst wolf person ever. Okay.
which means I cannot pass this
Christian,
other
you
roll.
get to
And so
kill
now I have a
anyone.
-5.
Do you? Yeah, you're right. You can't possibly.
I've done fucked it up. You don't want to talk to me no more. I have to resort to magic or else.
Basically
dead.
you gotta heal this. You gotta heal
Yep.
this.
I see things are turning badly. He's like, I will kill you, motherfucker. And I'm like, I can heal your son.
Offer him a roast beef
You
sandwich.
you got one more reroll. Gerbo just gave you one if you want to try.
Or ham.
I'll let you use that if you want. Before you pop off a rune spell.
Yeah, I'll use that before I pop over spell. Come on, you. A 10 on my augment roll.
Beautiful. So that is a special success, right?
For sure.
So that's plus
Finally.
plus 30, plus 40. Hold on. It's a lot.
I think it's.
Thank you,
yeah.
Gerbo. You are my hero tonight.
I still think you should have fed the boars ham sandwiches.
Oh gosh.
I mean, they're boar, so they probably would eat it without complaining.
So you got a special success, which is 30. There you go. Plus 30 to your roll.
Nice.
All right, come on.
Which one are you doing?
I'm doing like charm.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
So wait, what were you
okay.
you were trying to charm him?
Yeah. Like, diplomacy, persuasion.
Okay, I will say that because you rolled so well on your beast rune, what do you say?
So after explaining, like, I'm sorry, like, I was not hunting you. I did not know if they were members of my clan. And then I say, like, but they're not. They're strange, and I'm not sure that they belong here. Is that why you were chasing them too?
He sniffs at you, and he says, I can tell you are touched by Hakim and Meh, too. Hakim and Mikha are the 2 dragons that are the father and mother of all the animals.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he says, the boy did not smell right.
Do you think they're dangerous?
I don't know. I just wanted them out of my land.
But now you've got him. Good luck.
I'll kind of like just take that in for a moment, just staring into the eyes of this boar out loud, and I say, I trust your wisdom. And then I kind of pause and I say, one of my clan is a healer. If you will be here a while, I can see if she will come for your son. Thank you. I apologize again for the spilled blood.
Forgive you.
And I will back away in peace. This is good enough for me. So while Arisa's not here, I hope she'll heal these boars.
Yeah, she would. That's fine. Yeah.
Like, I know you're eating soup, but can you
It's
take
the
it to
boar
go?
hooked on fentanyl.
Yeah. So we'll say you do that. You'll say you do that. So the boar is healed properly. You got Arisa.
Yeah, when I get back, I'll be like, hey, Arisa, met this poor guy. I'll go out there with her so she doesn't get lost and stuff. Yeah.
And then you had some time. You're given some time to like wash up and stuff. But you are told to go back to the hall because Gordinger doesn't want to talk to you and he wants to talk to Renavella. They've had some time to rest and he wants to find out like what the fuck the deal is. So you get there. This is this is like the evening meal. You're basically hanging out. That took the majority of the day. You all sit down to a meal.
I'll catch everybody up whenever I see them too about my.
Yeah, we'll say you managed to kind of grab them. You managed to grab them and kind of fill them in. And Gordinger's like at the end of the table, and he's got like a horn cup, and he's drinking meat out of it, and eating some meat. Everybody has some meat. Everyone's eating. Renavella's eating like not like quickly or like she's eating because she's hungry, right? Like you haven't had like food in a while. She's just kind of like trying to be like dainty and like appropriate, but she's just like kind of shoveling food in. Nemiast is eating but slowly, and he's kind of just like keeping his hair in his face as he just like eats slowly.
Does this child experience hunger? Or is he pretending?
I'm going to adjust my ogre tongue choker while he's looking at me.
It's like that, and he stares at it for a while, but then he goes back to eating.
I'm going to try to just talk to the kid and be friendly and see what he says.
What do you say to him?
Yeah, I'll say your mom mentioned that you're on a journey. Is it much farther?
I have to go to Johnston, and then my mother wants to take me to Runegate.
Are you excited?
I suppose. He looks at your wolf. He looks at Syl, and then he looks at you, and then he goes, "You are different."
My father's was Telmori.
But the clan accepts. The clan accepts you.
My mother is second priestess of Ronaldo.
He looks at his mother and goes, "You are initiated then?"
I am.
Well, to the clan?
I have two peoples.
How did your initiation go?
I think it went well. I'm still learning from it in reflection.
I haven't had mine yet. I'm just nervous. It's coming up.
You'll be all right.
He just kind of like goes like that with his eyes and starts eating.
Do you have any friends your age?
Shakes his head no.
He's got a whole family.
That's right. You've got your mom with you.
Yeah. She's all I have left.
Where's your dad?
I don't know that. As someone who that is a sensitive question too, I'm not sure I want to ask that.
I asked that just like that.
Oh, Kyrie's just butts in. Cool. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
He gets like visibly kind of concerned and upset at that. Hold on a minute.
A demon
I just want to answer
daddy
something.
issue.
Also, not having Sarah here to moderate. There's questions in the chat about how to get points. I think you just accumulate them like while you watch, right? Yeah. Okay. So he gets like visibly like kind of like cheered up. Ren actually kind of steps in at that point, and she goes, "His father is not in the picture anymore. He was excuse me. This is actually Christian. This is not her. I'm not acting right now. Excuse me. He was he studied mushrooms, and he was caught in the wilderness by Keldon raiders and killed. Keldon is another tribe.
Tribe of Sartar?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the tribe actually of Kalir Starbrow. They're on the slopes. They're on the slopes of the mountains on the other side, kind of on the eastern side, lower slopes underneath Boldholm.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes. Many people have lost on this war, unfortunately, on both sides.
That they have.
So tell me, Renavella. By the way, I forgot to say, Lonson and Erenina are also here.
Like, the whole crew.
Lonson's like full kit, armor, spear. She wears bronze armor, like a bronze blessed plate and greaves and vambrances. And she has a helmet that it's a full, like, kind of like 300 helmet, with a big air rune, like right on her forehead, but she pulls it down in a crest. Erenina is not in her full armor. You got rerolls all around, by the way.
Erenina don't need armor. You can't touch
She
this.
wears it occasionally. She's not wearing it right now, but she does have her big axe, which is the Orlanthe great axe, copper axe that she carries. Usually she just carries like a hand axe if she's just wandering
Bring
around.
me my big axe.
Yeah, but this one's like, she's got the big one, which is like kind of like leaning on it as she eats, though. But Gordogar takes a sip from his cup and he says, "So, tell me, Renabella, you are traveling, and you are traveling on to Johnstown, I understand." "Yes. It's a long way. Our vale is a little bit out of the way to get there. I wonder what brings you to our gates. Not that I mind, of course. We welcome all visitors here." And she says, I know the Sambari are no friends to your clan, but I have heard that you know of passes through the mountains that can get us onto the trade route and south, a shortcut, if you will, down to Fairjal and then on to Johnstown. I would ask safe passage to those, if you could find it in your part. I know you swore to not steal from me or do no harm to us as you are here, and I accept your hospitality and I believe you, but how do I know that you do not go back to your clansmen and tell them of these passes, or tell other people who should not know of them? They are how we keep ourselves safe. Well, I suppose you'd have only my word. I am only a poor mother traveling with her son.
Could transport them blindfolded.
Gordinger looks at you and smiles. He's impressed with that. And he says that we could. I will think on this, and I will let you know what I decide. In the meantime, you are safe here. You will come to no harm. You are under our protection. It seems you've had a long journey, and we'll talk to you when I've made my decision. And unless you guys have anything else you want to say or do, dinner ends, and Gordogar wants to talk to you all after dinner.
Okay. Oh man, we're in the inner circle. Holy shit.
I have his respect.
Finish up dinner and we will meet.
So he meets you not in the hall because they're kind of taken away. Actually, he does it at he wants to meet at your place, Rue, because it's kind of out of the way.
At his old fuck shack.
His old
My place is open.
Yeah. So you head up
I'm
there.
like, oh, okay, I haven't really unpacked anything. I don't have much for furniture or anything, but yeah, I'll make you a sandwich. I'll make you a
He's
sandwich.
like, I remember this bed. So
Oh
no.
Oh no.
No.
Oh
No.
Old Krusty slaps it on
Oh.
Fuck, Troy, why?
So you meet there, and he goes, I understand. You went searching. What did you find?
I spoke with the boar that had chased her. He told me that her son did not smell right, and he wanted her off of his land. Them off of his land. I'm inclined to trust the instincts of such creatures. I think there could be some kind of danger. I don't know that inherent danger represents intentionality always, though. It may be something they don't control.
So just, Kent, I'm leaning on you to track these things. Buddha Magnet, who is a first-time chatter and joiner of us, has not quite been able to figure out how to give us a reroll yet, but I just said we'll take an honorary one from him since he's his first time here. So just mark that off. All right.
Yes,
he
I will
offers
use
us,
it as
he
Jessica,
offers us
I
a
will
reroll
use
from the blue heart of Orlanth, so we take it. Orlanth open heart hand gives us a reroll. So so Gordengar says,
I'll mark that.
I feel she is telling us the truth, but not the whole truth.
They may be running from someone. It's
This is what
possible
I
they
feel
are
as well.
being chased or hunted, maybe by their own people.
I think that too. We'll think of it a little bit. I'm inclined to allow you to take them through the passes blindfolded. We will rest well. It's been a busy day. We'll talk tomorrow.
Maybe a couple prayers for guidance are in order for Analda or Orlanth if it seems appropriate.
I'll ask Morganeth and Orlanth and Savan to consult them, but the gods are not omniscient. They don't know everything. They only know often what applies to them.
Rest on it. Let me know what you decide. I'm happy to escort them blindfolded if that is our best course of action.
Okay. Sleep well. Good job.
How will I ever sleep again? I hide the bed.
And he's like, you notice a couple notches on the bedpost as he pats it as he walks up.
Just like sanding them out, crying.
They're in too deep.
Too deep.
Goes to throw the sheets, and it's just like a fucking solid like cardboard box.
So you all head off to bed. Are you going back to your own places?
Yes, my own place without
your own
salt.
Place
anybody wants to stay can.
Probably go back home.
I'll probably go and catch up with Ezrala.
Yeah. After that dance, you probably should. What the fuck was that, Descara?
I was influenced by Kymreese. Leave me alone.
We killed it. High five.
All right, so you stay. You settle in. Eventually, you're able to fall asleep. Bryn and Des and Kymreese, you're all on your way back to your places. It's dark now. It's night. All of you give me a scan roll.
Fuck. Can I use listen? It's a lower skill, but I like using listen.
Sure, I'll give you listen.
For flavor purposes, right? The wind. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Reel it in.
I
was influenced by Kymreese.
I got a 30 out of 40, so success.
I failed my scan roll.
I got a 13 out of 39.
So I got a Bryn a success and Kymreese a success. Okay.
Listen, insight.
Mine was lit.
Des, you're just in a hurry to get back to Ezrala, who finds
my mind's wandering.
And she's like, what the fuck was that dance? But what happened today? And you fill her in on everything that happened.
Yep.
Kymreese, you get back.
Did you shun me for Kymreese?
You get back to your spot in front of the fire out front, and you settle in on the blanket. You settle in on the blanket that Irisa gave you with your pillow, and you're just kind of laying there resting. And you hear a buzzing, And it's like you're used to like the sounds of insects and stuff like that. She's like, that's weird, but there's one close by, and a beetle's just like zzz, and lands and like kind of crawls around. You're like, that's a big fucking beetle. And you look at it, and then it's like zzz, and it buzzes away. You're
Kid's a fucking shapeshifter.
You're walking toward home, and what did I say? It's water day, right? Is that what I said? I'm sorry. So on water day, the moon is black. So this is only the light of the stars tonight. But still, it's bright enough. They don't have light pollution in Sartar, so it's still bright. And as you're getting closer to your homestead, you're just like, you see something that's just like, whoosh. And what the fuck was that? And you look again, and you swear, like, did I just see a shadow? Just like, it's just weird.
Damn it, shit's happening again.
And if you look for it again, you can't find it.
How about the bug? Did I see where that went?
Just flew off into the night somewhere.
I'm going to carve some runes around myself before I go to bed in the dirt. I'm going to carve runes of air and fire.
So you all get to sleep, and you sleep well. It's a busy day. And you wake up in the morning, and you go about whatever it is you go out in the morning. You're off duty. You don't have to guard the things. So you're pretty much free. But you do hear blasts of a horn. Again.
Alert, alert, or hey, come, but no one's dying or on fire.
Second one. And you also, each of you receive messages that Gordongar's like, get to the hall.
We'll get to the hall then.
Okay.
To the hall.
Damn it. Like, shit's all shit.
What the hell's going on with you?
I don't know.
Did we lose him?
Just shaman shit.
Is this the blur? He's just a blur. I think his camera froze on him. If we lose Troy, oh, there he is.
There we
Okay,
go.
All right. Cool. All right. So you get to the hall, and you find Erenina's gone too. She got summoned. She had to bring her axe. She's like, I don't know what it is, but let's find out. Probably those fucking weirdos you brought in.
They were fleeing for their lives.
Just kidding. We should have taken them in.
No, they're weird. Like, we were doing the right thing, but we should keep an eye on them.
Listen, I have a soft spot for women and children, so you did the right thing.
I have a soft spot for weirdos.
It's kind of my thing, right? Women and children.
Mostly women.
She smiles at you at that. And she's like, can you blame me?
No.
Time Reese is like, how do I be your child?
You're like, I cannot be a woman, but I am child-sized.
So
Follow me, mommy.
Oh, it's too weird.
So you get to the hall, and you find each other, and again, Lonson is there, and Erenina kind of takes sides, one on each side of Gornagar sitting on his throne, and you do not see Renavella or Nemiast. But Gornagar's like,
secret meeting.
We seem we have other visitors, so just hang back. Let me do the talking, but I want you here.
Similar circumstance, or
We'll see.
Jesus. Okay.
So a little bit longer, the hall opens, and the people a couple of guys with like spears and shields who are in the fur, who are guarding everything, kind of lead two people in. You see behind them other warriors with horses, but they're just holding the horses. They're wearing armor, and they have spears and shields and other weapons. You recognize the tattoos as Sambari tattoos. And in walks a guy who looks a lot like Rollo from Vikings, since we're rolling with Vikings.
This guy's gonna be a dick.
All right. He's got
He is
bronze
huge
scale.
though.
He's this guy is actually not that big. He's not as big as Des. but he looks that way facially. But he's got scale armor on. He's got an open helm, and there's like a motion rune and an air rune on each side. He actually has his face tattoo, like kind of down around his eye, beard, and he carries a long sword, a broadsword rather. I'm sorry. His shield looks like it's hung out on the horse, but this guy just screams like Orlanth worshiper from the moment you see him. With him is a woman who is. Let's see if she's Dessa's size. I'm not sure. She's bigger than the guy, but she's not as big as Aranina or Des. Probably. What's your size, Rue?
I am 16. Pretty big.
A little bit smaller than you. She's a big woman. She's about 5'10", 6 feet tall. Muscular, but not as muscular as Aranina.
As me, I'm not skinny.
Yeah, about your size.
She's is like, it's okay, buddy.
She's got bronze scale on, and she has a helmet, but she's kind of wearing it, like holding it on her side. One arm is painted blue, the other arm is painted black. She's got tattoos on her neck. Her forehead is a beast rune, but with horns like going out like this, which all of you recognize as the tattoo of Urox the Stormbull.
Oh, damn. There's so many badasses here. I don't know what to do. I look at Aranina. Does Aranina look like she's in love?
She's just like stare. She's just staring like whatever. She's looking around. She does not seem impressed, or she seems neutral. Okay. And so the guy kind of looks around, and the woman's also just like hate staring all of you. Like she's got the attitude. The guy seems kind of like more chill. And he looks at her and he's like, and he walks right up to Gordon God before him and he goes, "Thank you for receiving us, chieftain." He goes, "You're welcome in my hall. What can I help you with? Who comes to see me?" He goes, "I am Parhas Strongstare of the Sambari. This is Antala Tuax. We come to ask your aid. We are searching for some people." "Go on," says Gordengar. "Oh, some people, a woman and a son who have fled from us. They are wanted for crimes. If you had seen them or if you are harboring them, we would ask you to hand them over." "Why would I do that?" "Well, because we asked nicely." "4 weeks ago, one of your chieftain's sons were here with raiders trying to steal my cattle." I kind of like his shoulders slump, and he's like, "Indeed, that is true, and well, I feel we have paid more than fairly for that."
We gave you every bowl we had.
I kind of smirks at that, and he says, "You have, but I'm afraid to say I have not seen these travelers that you speak of."
Oh, that rubs me the wrong way.
And the girl is like, "You're lying." She kind of like stomps and kind of pulls the guy back. And she's like, "I know it. I know you're lying." Gordon goes like, he just kind of looks at her, and at that, Aranina like steps forward.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And Parhast is like, "Antala, please. We are guests here. You do not know what you're harboring." "Not harboring anything."
But if we were, what would it be?
Exactly. Asking for a friend.
Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Asking for a friend. We are not harboring anything, but what is it about this mother and son that is so important? Perhaps if we come across them, we would know.
What crimes did they commit?
I'm afraid I can't tell you that. It's just a personal matter for the chieftain. Anybody, by the way, who wants to make like an insight roll or whatever, like feel free at any time. I'm just like insight species.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out
I'm like,
there.
these guys are sus. I'm just sitting here with my giant wolf looking fierce.
Oh, by the way, you got quite a look from Antala, Rue. You and Syl both when she walked in.
Glare at her back. Not that she's glaring at me.
Just a smile. That's more like showing your teeth.
What
Hey,
would
I actually did well. What
Insight human is what you'd want to roll here.
Insight own species?
Insight own species,
so we can make an own species.
Maybe. Yeah.
Insight own species. I did make it. I only got a 25 in that, but I did roll a 16. Hello.
Check.
Getting them checks.
You can tell he's very uncomfortable. Obviously, Parhas seems to be the level-headed one here. And Tala is just a nutcase, which is very common for Stormbolt people. You don't think he's lying about whatever it is. He does not want to let out what it is that they're searching for. Why they want them, rather. He's very uncomfortable.
Inkling as to whether or not it is is it shame based or perhaps
it seems kind of shame based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stay quiet. Keep watching with my amber yellow eyes.
So he'd pulled him back, and he said, it's a personal matter between the chief, and it's a personal matter for the chief. And Florninga says, Ruben Var's loud laugh. Nothing to do with slaves, would it? Which, by the way, is something that the Sambari actually keep slaves, which is something that most of the tribes of Sartar hate, but they do keep slaves. Other Orlanthi tribes will keep what they call like bondspeople, which is like if you committed a crime or whatever, you kind of have to pay it off, and then you're considered free.
Servitude to your community,
right? Or if you're caught like captured in war, before you get like ransomed off, you can work off your ransom if nobody can pay it, stuff like that. But these people actually keep slaves, trade slaves with the tribes of Prax, particularly the Morokanth, which is not cool as far as humans are concerned. So the Morokanth are a tribe of Prax who are like intelligent tapirs, basically. And they are of the tribes of Prax. When the tribes gambled, the humans won most of the time and won the animals as herd beasts. But the Morokanth won the humans as herd beasts. So they have something they call herdmen, which are like unintelligent humans, basically, that they have as herds. But they also trade in slaves, and humans hate them because the rumor is that they turn you into a herd person. You become like an unintelligent, like just animal, basically.
Break your...
Yeah. They're not... Nobody likes them. Yeah, you get lobotomized, right? So the Sambari, that's something they do. It's not cool. So you can see Parhas like he gets mad at that. I'm going to give you some more stuff. But he calms himself down. But Atala is like, who are you to say that? And he's like, puts his shoulder on and pulls her back. And Arenina just steps in front again and is like staring her down. And they have a moment where they stare each other down. And neither one flinches. But Parhas is like, Antala, please. And he's like, Kordengar. Chieftain. Chieftain is more appropriate. A chieftain. I mean no disrespect. I don't feel that disrespect our way is warranted. It is a private matter, something that we would prefer to keep private. But that does not mean that they are not dangerous and should not be turned over to us. We would do the same for you if the situation were reversed. Gordinger kind of smiles and he says, well, I unfortunately can give you no information. I have not seen a woman or a boy that matches that description. They have not come here. I wish you well in your search. And Parhas says, very well. And Tala, meanwhile, is like, you don't know the mistake you're making. Turn them over now. And Aranina just like steps again in front of Gordengar and just stares her down and there is a stare down. And it goes on for a long, long time with a very, very tense silence. And neither one is backing down. And they're both kind of getting twitchy and like fingering their axes.
What happens if we move to either side of Aranina?
You can.
Yeah. I'm just gonna growl, like a low, deep wolf growl.
This is like, Antala, this is not the time or the place. She goes, fine. She backs up, but she keeps looking at Aranina. And she goes, she stops at the door and she looks around all of you. And she goes, you will regret this if you are harboring them. And she just walks out. And with that, they ride away and they leave.
Fuck. They need to tell us what is going on if we are going to bring them through the pass after that.
And is like, I could have taken her.
I was just going to say you could take her. Yeah. I was about ready to just get my money out, play some bets.
Some barrier assholes, says Gordon. Well, I think we should get the mother and the boy out here and find out what it's all about.
Yeah. If they want them that badly and they're that on the edge about it, it'll be in their interest to tell us if they want us to get them out of here.
So they're sent for. And they bring them in, and they look very nervous because you're a bunch of armed people in here. And Annabella is the first to speak. She goes, if I may ask, Chieftain, why were we hidden? Some people came looking for you. No worries, I did not tell them you were here. But still, you have accepted my hospitality. Sworn to bring no harm to my door. And if I am to help you further and grant your wish, I would need to know the truth. She goes, the truth is very simple. And she looks all around and she can tell, like, Aranina just kind of picks up her axe, like puts it on her shoulder and stares at her. Monson in the whole time hasn't like budged, but is just like staring her down. Whatever, I don't know what you guys are doing. You can describe it.
I kind of want to talk to her son, but I don't want to interrupt Gordengar. I'm going to wait for an appropriate moment to talk to her son.
I'm just standing by Monson and doing what she does.
What'd you say, Camrys?
No, something about how Gordengar just asked them for the truth right after lying to those other people doesn't sit well with me. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I have like a taste in my mouth, not salt because I was never given that, but something else.
You didn't like what you saw politics and you didn't like it.
Yeah, man, I didn't like that shit.
I will say that, you know, there are some tribal politics that were involved there, but there's also an honor thing where if you took someone in and you swore to protect them,
offered hospitality to this woman.
You offered hospitality, so you would break that with her. So he was put through a choice of like break your honor, turn them over to people that we don't like anyway, sort of thing. So there's layers there. But it's understandable it doesn't sit right with Camrys. So she kind of sighs and she resolves herself. And you just want to look at something real quick.
Hit points for a dragon.
Yeah. 700 hit points. You guys are fucked. No,
you guys are fucked. Can I augment that with run?
she looks at him and he goes, at this point, Mother, just tell them, what difference does it make? She goes, the tribe at Roundstone, the Gerending clan, they are very set in their ways, Gordengar, and I hope the same is not the true for you. Nemias is not a boy. He has been initiated just this year. Something went wrong with that initiation. None of us fully understand it, but whatever it was, that thing of a woman hates him, and she's convinced that he is tainted. To hand us over would cost my son his life.
Initiated into the cult of Orlanth?
Into the clan. Into the clan. Just adulthood initiation. Yep. I don't see how that's fair, and I don't see why it should be. You say something went wrong. What do you mean? I do not know myself. Interesting. Boy, what do you have to say for yourself? He goes, I have done nothing wrong. I only went through the initiation and I saw what I saw and asked questions of what I saw, and I suppose I saw something that not many see. Kymrese and Des, you feel
I look at Deskar and Kymrese too. I'm like, we all look at each other. I'm like, he did the thing that I think you two did, but I don't know for sure because I ran away.
You guys feel a chill up your spine at that.
Yep.
And he goes, I immediately asked the law speaker, and Tala sees something in me that she does not like, and unfortunately, many people in our clan listen to her.
Deskara, Kymrese.
Give me a moment, if you don't mind, to confer with my people. However, I do assure you I will now no harm to come to you from the Sambari, and I will not turn you over to them. I am no friend of Ragnar Rogenvoth. Can't remember the guy's name. She goes, thank you. They're escorted out. He kind of turns to all you guys, including Aranina and Lonson. What would you have me do? What would you do if you were me?
I need to talk to Deskar and Kymrese super fast about something very unimportant.
About something very unimportant.
Yes.
He laughs at that, and he goes, gestures outside.
I will pull them away. The thing. He saw the thing, right?
I mean, it kind of sounds like he may have seen the same thing as us.
Maybe that's what I saw.
Okay.
Maybe that's what I saw in his aura that I didn't.
Do you see
recognize.
it? Wait.
Did Kymrese see it in ours? In mine?
It's not what you saw. No. Like when you look at Dessa's aura, you do not see what you saw.
I was say, like, animals haven't been aggressive or anything toward Deskara, particularly of late, or Kymrese. It has to be related to the thing, though.
It could be
on behalf of. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't speak on behalf of everyone else's experiences, but it wouldn't be that big of a stretch to imagine that something like that would change somebody.
Yeah, or maybe it was slightly different but similar. At Deerston also, like, something fucking happened to him. He saw something too. And we're not gonna kill him. No, Jesus, Kymrese.
What?
Would Kymrese have seen something in if he's looked at Deerston's aura? Similar or?
Deerston's aura, I will say that you find him troubled, but you didn't see anything similar to what you saw in Nemiath's.
Mm-hmm. I do believe that he is of fire. His heart is that of fire. Fire is akin to him. So perhaps what you harbor in your heart has a direct reflection of
How it
what
affects
you
you.
are when you come out. I don't know.
I think we should
I
help
didn't
them.
find what I was looking for. Maybe he did.
The boar, I think he's dangerous, and he probably is, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have a choice about what to do with it. I'm dangerous too.
The wind blows as it may, whether we understand it or not. Perhaps the best thing in this instance is to get them out of our vicinity. Let it blow over, if you will.
The others are they're gonna be looking for us to smuggle them out. We're gonna have to be very careful. They know that they're here and they're gonna be waiting for us to pull something like this. We'll need a diversion, right?
I would like to speak with Sabin before they leave.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
I will say also that there are other ways out of the Vale besides the front one. You guys know some other paths and shit because it's not like, you know the mountains better than most, which is exactly what she asked for when she first came.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Okay, we'll break huddle.
Okay.
Go back to Gornigar. He's asked us what he thinks we should do. And
The ring decided, he says.
I laugh and I say we should get them out of the Vale in secret.
I agree.
We've decided it's okay to be skinny, right, Rue?
All right, bring them back in. So she brings them in. Actually, no. Don't bring them in yet.
Bryn's like, why wasn't I included in the huddle? Because you're not a man. Literally what just happened. Poor Bryn.
This is what we will do.
I'd rather be in the huddle with Aranina, to be honest.
Lonson.
True that.
Lonson, you will lead this. Rue, Rin, Discara. You shall go. Kymrice, you might want to confer with Sabin before you go. Hopefully we can get Arissa. Also, a healer would be good. You will take them blindfolded. We'll put bags over their heads. Over Hontral's Bridge and to the west. You will be able to pick up the trade routes through the mountains there by the city of Highworm. And from there, go to the west and down to get to the town of Fairjowl, which is the edge of Kolimar lands. Then you can go into the Milani lands and get to Johnstown from there. He says Milani, and Aranine is like,
shit, we're taking them all the way. Okay.
It's only 3 days.
Okay.
Sartar
I have
like
no
huge,
concept of time.
Yeah.
I was like,
Sartar-
just as far as
Yeah.
visiting the Talmori.
Sartar's not like huge. Like, it's not. So
I'm like, are we talking like Forgotten Realm scale or like Curse of Strahd?
no, like I said, from that trip will probably be 3 days,
3 days.
to Johnstown, 3 days back. So
Rhode Island.
yeah, it's not. It's like, I think if you look at it on the map, it's like
Is that 3 days on foot or with horses?
well, you're going through the mountains. So you can do horses, but it'll be, part of it's through the mountains and part of it's through woods and then vales,
Or
lowlands.
like walking horses part way.
Walking horses and riding. So it'll take you a while to get there. Plus they don't have horses. So Aranina spit at the Milani, but she goes, I'm going to. And Gordon goes, well, I would rather you stay. It's really not your concern. And Aranina says, if it's a mother and child, it's my concern. Gordon goes, fine.
Like, you gonna tell her no twice? No, one's gonna tell her no twice.
You can go as well. Bring them in, we'll tell them. She brings him in. And he explains, I've decided to grant your request. You will be blindfolded and led on secret paths out of our vale. You'll not be blindfolded once you're out of the mountains, but we cannot show you how to get out and in. I hope you understand that. But we will see you safely to Johnstown. I wish you well, whatever it is that's hunting you, young man. Oh, bless you, bless you. You do not know what you've done. He goes, well, it is mid-morning. I think you should probably wait until tomorrow to leave. Okay. Thank you. Well, we can stop there.
Journey.
Good stopping. Yeah, journey.
Yep, right before journey.
Yeah, because we're going to have some weird issues. Like, guys, I don't think we have you next time, right, Troy?
Let me double check.
Yeah.
But it's okay. He can just be away, and then he can step out from behind a tree when he returns to the adventure.
I don't think
That's
we'll
true.
take
I will be
more
at
than one.
I will be at work next session.
Okay, I
was thinking.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I was thinking. I wanted to see if Savan would be willing to bring them to the grove, that sacred grove, and see the royal.
I would say the answer to that would be fuck no.
Fuck no.
You don't bring outsiders there.
That's our whiter.
Yeah. That's like the holiest of the holies.
Gotcha.
Fuck no.
Right. Has Vordengar been there before?
So, all right, that's it. We don't have Sarah to do our outro. Anyone else want to do it? Because I'm not good at it. I don't know what else to say. That was
bitches.
Peace, bitches.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, thank you for
Check
watching.
out. We're on all of the socials, and there are links and stuff. Thank you so much.
So this
Thank you all so much for supporting us. Some of you for a very long time now. We really appreciate it, and welcome newcomers. We're happy to have you on this carnival ride of chaos.
Getting some more UK buddies.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who stays up late to watch us with the UK. Yep. If you missed half of it, that's cool. We'll have it up on YouTube by Monday, and we will have it in podcast form by next Friday, so you can listen to it. And thank you all for everything that you've done for us. 6,000 downloads is really, really cool. We're happy about that. And, here's to many, many more. We're enjoying this ride. So cool. Thanks all. Until next time, I don't know.
Don't disturb
Don't hide
horse.
your clothes in the wood.
Don't disturb.
Don't get reeled in.
Don't get reeled in.
Don't get reeled in.
Till next time, don't get reeled in. Have a great breakfast, guys. They're up till breakfast time in the UK. Thank you, everyone.
Nice. Thank you.
Good night.